their Cordova creator of the Leicester equaliser. El Khanous, how much room does he have here? El Khanous going for goal, and he finds it as well. What a turnaround here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
4 minutes, Leicester have soaked up so much pressure. Fatawi jinking feet to get beyond his man, and the header from Jamie Vardy makes it 2.
Wood should score. Woodward's Knockout. Yes! Yes! And Knockout has done it.
Tielemans lining one up. What a goal! What a brilliant goal by Yuri Tielemans! And the Leicester City fans go absolutely potty.
Ball in behind Damian Vardy. It's 11. It's heaven for Jamie Vardy. Hold the back page. Hold the front page. A Leicester player has smashed the record.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Blue Tinted Glasses. It's time. It is time for the final dance. Jamie Vardy's last match in a Leicester City shirt. And of course, as always, we are here for the watch-along all the way through until after the game. Before we get into it, let's go around the lads and see how they all are. Anil, how are you doing today, mate?
Bittersweet. End of an era. End of an era.
Yeah, absolutely. Luke, mate, what's going on? How you feeling today, mate?
I'm excited. I'm sad. I'm a little depressed. The final game for Jamie Vardy, the immortal. We all bend the knee to you, you legend. You will live in forever. All of our hearts and minds said, yeah. What an absolute legend, mate.
100%. And Neil's back. How you doing, mate?
All good, can't complain. Yeah, again, just to reiterate what people said, I think it's when he announced it, that's one thing. I think it's going to hit me next season when he's not on the team sheet, when he's not leading the line. So part of me still doesn't believe it, even though I know it's happening. So yeah, just enjoy it while it lasts the last 90 minutes, hey?
100%. Let's see who's here in the chat. Daniel says, good afternoon, lads. Think somebody was cutting onions during the final game at Goodison Park, but made up to end on a win. Good luck for your game today, and I hope Vardy gets a goal. Rene, the last time we'll see Vardy at the club. Rich says, going to be a very sad day indeed. Yes, it is. Felix, hello to you, mate. Rene as well. Nice to see you. TS91, we're going to cry today. Mr. Fatawu, fantastic. Mr. Fox will be missed. Good afternoon, Zaid. Hope everyone's doing great. Let's get the win for Vardy. Absolutely. And Zaid has thought everyone would be wearing a suit, or is it just me? Yeah, this is the funeral of Leicester City. This is Leicester's funeral. No Vardy, no club. No. Right. Let's get into it. We're going to be talking about Vardy all day. So before we do all of that, let's talk about the lineup. It's on the right-hand side of your screen. Anil, one change. Bouba Samari back in for Skip. What do you make to it, mate? What do you think?
Rude Van Pussio. Where's Monga? I wanted to see is Vardy get his goal and maybe Monga gives him the assist, or Vardy assists for Monga, and you see like the baton being passed in like a 4x100 relay or something like that. It's interesting though that you did say it's a funeral, because like one thing I want to touch on, right? Today is a bit of a weird day, right? It's a bit of a mini game in that it could be 6-1 Ipswich, but if Vardy scores, we'll probably take that, right? So it's going to be a weird thing where everyone's trying to set him up. But I will say that I do feel the club is extremely sly in the way that they've done things, right? Because let's be honest, if Vardy wasn't retiring today, there would be boos. This is the last home game of the season. It's 2 relegations in 3 years and an absolute shit show off the field. So they're lucky that the GOAT one more time is going to bail them out of trouble by giving it a party atmosphere, right? And even Ipswich, they'll just treat it like it's an exhibition game, really. So it'll probably be quite a fun game. But look, on Van Nistelrooy, you mentioned it there at the top of the show. You know, there's these links of Will Steele or that he might go Southampton. And yeah, again, he's just dropped the ball again. I mean, like, where's the excitement? It's all these cloggers in the team. Can't believe that. But I expect they'll come on, but I think it's weak. I think Monga, after his cameo appearance against Forest, he should have been in the starting lineup for me.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement with that. Luke, mate, let me ask you. Obviously, Oliver Skip, like we said, he has played the last couple of games. Maybe to plan ahead for next season, see what he's got, or maybe try and put him in the shop window, or so, I don't know. But he's been given a chance, and he's already straight back out, and it's Bouba Samari in. So what do you make to that change in particular?
We know Boubacar Samari is not going to be here next season. It's basically already come out in the press, so it's redundant playing him, in my opinion. He didn't want to be here last season when we got relegated. He doesn't want to be here next. Good riddance. He never amounted to anything, unfortunately, for his price tag. Same as Patson Daka. I can understand. I fully agree with everything Anil said. Like, it's very sly. It's like sending in your missus to kill a spider in the kitchen because you're too scared. But the problem is there's only one argument, and I agree with you, Neil, for what it's worth. But the thing is, like, if Monga starts and he comes on that pitch, everyone's going to lose their fucking minds. And it's not going to overshadow Jamie Vardy, but you want the day to be all about him. So that's the only argument I could possibly offer for not starting Jeremy Monga, but it's a pretty weak one, to be honest.
I mean, the way I would look at it, Neil, is we've got a better chance at Vardy scoring if somebody like Monga's playing, because maybe there's a bit more creativity there, maybe a bit better going forward. But no, like, what do you make to it all?
I mean, it's typical Rude, isn't it? The majority of this, especially the last few games, especially since we've been relegated, we thought he'd change it up a little bit. The only thing he's done is there's certain players like, okay, Buonanotte come on, did a good job, but you can understand resting him because, look, he's not going to be here next season. But the same logic needs to be applied to Samori. Indeed, he's got linked to Saudi Arabia quite heavily. I think his agents come out and said stuff. So you look at them and going, right, well, don't play them then. So it's kind of like what Rude feels. And again, there's not really much logic to it, in my opinion, apart from, again, because let's be honest, we should be preparing for the Championship, but we're not. So I think I've gone past the anger mode. I was like, when I looked at the team lineup, I thought, yeah, that's about it. I looked at the bench. I thought, well, Monga there. You could have at least put Golding on there. You could have at least put Evans like you did before. But it's really that's it. Because I don't really trust a lot of the players that are currently playing, even though they've been playing okay. But it's like, yeah, but where's that going to be next season? Because I imagine 70% of them won't be there.
Yeah, I mean, Neil, somebody's asked here, will Vardy play a full 90? I mean, we spoke about it this morning. Manny mentioned it. I think if he hasn't scored, he will.
Yeah.
But if he scores in the first half or 50, 60, I think he'll be brought off maybe around 80. You know, the whole stadium, obviously,
standing
him.
ovation. Yeah,
maybe
that's what I think. That's what I think will happen. I think, as you suggest as well, is what if he doesn't score? Maybe his holiday to Turkey will be postponed for another one. But look, I always say, obviously, it is like this weird mini game to see if he can get his goal. But at the end of the day, personally, is it going to change anything if he only ends on 199 goals? Is it going to change anything if he ends on 206 and he scores 5 goals or whatever in his last game? He's a legend for whatever. It's kind of irrelevant, in my opinion, what the stat is. But for what it's worth, for what he's done for the club, he absolutely does deserve a day like this. I mean, I do feel that players like Schmeichel or Morgan deserved something similar and they didn't get it. So this is sort of like the testimonial in action. So it is all about JV. Let's get behind him because, as we say all the time, it's not just that he is the greatest player, I think, in our history, but it's also what he represents. I personally don't think you will see another player play for Leicester for 11 seasons in a row. Not at this level. Maybe someone like Stolarczyk or a goalkeeper could come through, but someone who's at the top end of the pitch, who is that good, who wins the Golden Boot, who wins you major trophies and stays around for that long, ain't going to happen.
Neil, Luke, John said here, Rude's picked the best team with the most experienced players to get a Vardy goal. I mean, that's not exactly true because I think he could have gone a bit more experienced, but clearly, I mean, this is how we start in attack, you know, Ayew, McAteer, Vardy. That's how we've started the last, 3 games now. So yeah, are you happy with that attack, mate? Or, I mean, I know you said that you'd rather Monga starts, but
I'd rather Monga start, to be honest with you. Like, I want to sit here and slag off I have a lot the last season, but to be fair, he's actually been pretty good the last 2 games. I don't want to see him start in the Championship though, but like, in my opinion, McAteer is probably most likely going to be one of our wingers next season alongside Fatawu, and depending when his injury, like, you know, how he feels and if Mavididi stays, but I would imagine that McAteer, one way or another, is either going to be starting or a squad player next season.
Yeah, Neil, the back 4 it's chopped and changed all season, but again, that is the back 4 that we've seen in the last few games: Justin, Faze, Cody, and Thomas. What do you make to that, mate? Because, you know, we've spoken quite about on the channel about quite a bit, but Justin since Christmas, I think, has been much improved. Luke Thomas since coming back into the team, look, I mean, I'm a Luke Thomas hater at times, but he's been a lot better than Victor Christensen, I think.
Yeah, and I agree, because I thought his time at Leicester was done before. Christensen, it's funny how Christensen comes in for periods under so many different managers and comes straight back out again. Even Dean Smith, you're looking at other teams as well, other managers, Brendan Rodgers, who brought him in the first place, So for the rest of them, I think in terms of Fass, I think I share kind of a Neil sentiment of Fass as well. Not really asked because he's just, we know he's off in the summer. So again, why play him? Why not give the opportunity to someone like a Nelson, give him a couple of games in the Premiership, see what he's made of? I don't know if that's still possible, but you see what I mean. Fass is not going to be here. We all know that. Justin makes sense only because Ricardo has his injury. We don't want to make it even worse. And then Cody is Cody, and just because he's fallen out with Yannick Vestergaard. So it's kind of like, as you mentioned, Thomas was at a decent level, but is he that good? Or is it just because everybody else has dropped their level so far that he is somebody who's playing finally at like 5 or 6 out of 10, just everybody else is playing so poorly? But that's not to take away from Thomas. I think the back line in general, I've not really been confident of it all season, let's be honest. So we will have to see, but the back line doesn't give me any confidence. And let's be honest, in this kind of game, it's all about the strikers, isn't it? It's all about the striker rather than the back line.
And Neil, going back to Vardy, John says, do you think Vardy will be given a last game against Bournemouth? I mean, he's not. This is it. Like, this is the end. From what from what has been reported in a few different places, tomorrow he is going to Turkey on holiday with his family. That's what's happening tomorrow.
There you go then. So forget what I've said, but I got a feeling you might still fancy it. We'll see.
Well, the reason is because he's had his last training session. Like, it's, he said his goodbyes and all of that at the end of his training session yesterday. What do you think, Neil? Because we know what he's like, right? Do you think he'd be tempted to go again?
This is the kind of storyline they write in WWE. Where he's going to come off at like 18 minutes, the smoke comes out of the Bournemouth Vitality Stadium, and then just Jamie Vardy appears as his substitute for Patson Daka. So yeah, mate, but I can't see it happening. I can see him doing it, but potentially. But again, just for the theatrics of it, that would be really funny.
Yeah, 100%. Kristalov said, for fuck's sake, get Rude out. This last 2 games have to be his last. I mean, we spoke about it this morning, so I'll ask you now, Anil. Are you concerned, maybe, that if we get a win, it just, Top and Rudkin are sat there watching on like, maybe...
Yeah, I'm concerned either way. I mean, again, just to be cynical here, the fact that everything's been put on Vardy means there's no attention to the fact that the ownership has been disastrous. And this is a comically bad season. And that the last time we got relegated, we were supposed to learn our own lessons and do some analysis. And if anything, we've gone another step backwards, right? And you mentioned again, it's a funeral because it's the greatest ever player that we've seen go. And where's the plan? It's not like how I saw this at the start of the season is I was hoping, it might be Vardy going on for that, but to keep us up, like, Vardy's done it. Leicester are going to stay up. They've beaten the odds. They've beaten PSR. That's how it was supposed to be. Not some like wet fart, damp squib. They're getting away with it, in my opinion. He's helping them there. So that's what I think is really going on. But yeah, as I say, fair play to JB. He does deserve it.
100%. We're literally moments away from kickoff. Neil, go on, mate. Give me a score prediction. And everybody in the chat as well, give me a score prediction, Neil.
Don't really care as long as Vardy scores. I don't know in this game. 1-1 draw.
Okay. Vardy goal.
Yeah.
Okay. And Neil, what are you going with, mate?
2-1. I think he'll get it near the end though. Like, it might be a 90th minute or 81st minute sort of goal. We'll see.
Imagine if he does that and then just goes and gets red card. Like, don't care.
He probably will.
Yeah, because he's like, well, what are you going to do? I'm not going to play the next game, so it's fine.
Well, I'm going to stick with what I said this morning, and that is, you prepare yourself for this, a 3-0 Leicester win and a Vardy hat-trick. That's what I'm going with. And it's going to end on 201 goals. 200. No, what am I talking about? 202. 202 goals. So there we go. That's my prediction. I will bring up some of the score predictions in the chat in just a second. Let me just get rid of a couple bits. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Oh, Manny's here as well. Look at that.
Surprise, just like Silla.
He weren't going to show up. And he's here. He's here.
No, I've got you for a bit. How can I look? You know what? Look, I'll just get it up. Oh, stupid camera. Come on, camera. There you go. Can you just see that?
Vardy party. Nice. Very nice.
Actually, you know, after we won the league, they did like quite a nice little range of clothing before we had the European trip. They had like dilly ding, dilly dong t-shirts and stuff like that, trying to capitalise on it. What phrase would we use from this season to sell a t-shirt?
Straight back down.
Just Chogosaurus.
Chogosaurus. Selling by the tens.
Yeah, 100%.
They tried to do that last year, didn't they? When we had the straight back up, they tried to make that into a bit of merch, and that obviously in hindsight that means absolutely.
Hey, look! I hope they kept the t-shirts.
Yeah.
Let me just to anybody who's obviously missed it, I'm just gonna quickly share this so we can all see it. Share my screen. Let's go to this. Where is it? There it is. Can you see this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's full. Wow, that is the first full house they've probably had since like game 1 of the season as well.
There we go. Very
Uni
nice.
NFS did a good job with that.
Shut up. You shithouse. Right, I'm going to bring score predictions up. We are just about to kick off. I think we have. There we go. So, right, let's bring this up. Score predictions. Where are they? There they are. 3-1 Leicester, Mr. Fatawu says. Andreas says 3-1 Vardy brace. Peter says 2-1 to the Foxes. Louise is saying 3-0 Leicester. Vardy 2, Evans 1. 2-1 Vardy brace, says Rennie. No, I've not sacked Luke on the spot. I think Luke's coming back. I think he's having some real bad technical problems. That's all at the moment. So hopefully,
can I just say, wearing this kit, Ipswich absolutely deserve to be relegated.
You're right. It's horrific, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't mind a bit. I don't mind a bit of pink.
Yeah.
Full pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very Barbie pink as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And Sammy Schmoddick's there. Is that him? He looks like Ken from... Was that Jeff Hurst?
Or like that.
Broadhurst, even.
How much did Ipswich spend, boys, in the summer? I think
150 million, didn't they?
No, was it 150?
And how many points? They finished 1 point behind us last season, and they're level on points with us. So 150 million for 1 point.
Yeah, no, they don't get enough criticism, in my opinion. But I mean, look, I suppose we'll have to see where it goes next year. That if they, I don't know, smash the points record or something like that. Oh, KC.
It should be a team that should be right up there, the Championship next season, shouldn't it?
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Like, do they end up selling? Maybe even McKenna will go.
Which of their signings do you think that you would you characterise as being a good signing for them this season?
Delap.
Delap.
Yeah.
Delap.
I'd say that's it.
Have you seen that Hurst is completely like bleached?
I was going to say, he looks totally different.
This is very interesting. I can't see it myself, Neil. Somebody said you look like Jacob Murphy. I think they're chatting shit, to be honest. I can't see it. I can't see it.
So when I've done stuff for like Arsenal fans, I always get, there's certain people I always get. I get, number one is always Sergio Aguero, which I don't see. Number two has been Riyad Mahrez, which is not too surprising. But, and then just anybody from North Africa, basically. You're the name here or anybody else. Like, fair enough, I get them ones. But again, Murphy I don't get. And again, Aguero normally comes up most. And I don't get it.
That's your new name.
What about a little bit of David Hay there?
David Hay. Oh,
or
I know who you.
Or Amir Khan, or Amir Khan. I can't tell which.
I'll tell you what, you could.
Amir Khan makes
What about
sense.
Bentaleb? Bentaleb. I reckon you could pass Bentaleb. That's my
Yeah,
shot.
that's not bad.
Has
Not bad.
has this has just turned into casual racism tinted glasses? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't
You've
want to say
got-
nothing.
You've got Borat on the other side over there.
All right.
Don't worry, apparently I'm Peter Kay, so it's all good.
You're Luke Littler.
I wish I had his fucking prize money, I'll tell you that.
You know what though? I don't know about you. Like I used to have this job in a supermarket. I was on like customer services desk, and sometimes you get like girls turning
Go
up.
on.
Whatever, and they're
Oh,
like,
nice.
hang on a minute.
Oh.
Typical Indeedy. Can't pass the ball.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, are you Turkish or are you Greek?" And it's like, if they're
Typical
hot, you're like,
Indeedy
"Oh yeah,
resort.
definitely, I am." Just
Yeah.
Whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're completely different whether you Turkish or Greek. Just start rattling off every fucking place until you hit something right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I once got, when I was traveling, I got, what was it? Oh, are
Here he
you from
is.
Brazil? But this guy used to live, he was Polish and he lived in England. I'm like, how do you not know? From the accent. But yeah, no idea.
Peter reckons
Oh.
Samare's trailing around again. I mean,
Hold
we've
on,
got a Samari hater down here underneath me. He's a Samari hater.
Speaking of midfielders, has it been a little bit overshadowed that this is Wolf's last home game as well?
Oh, shut up, Manny!
Come on, he's been with us for
Well,
9
guess what?
years.
Wilf's too much of a pussy to actually say what his future is. That's why, mate. If he said he was leaving, then we'd be able to do something for him, wouldn't we?
Oh,
Oh, come on.
Nice. Oh, I thought we won it.
Oh, sugar.
Told me
What do we
dream.
make to know Facundo? Anyone surprised Facundo hasn't started after his last game? I think
No.
it's the right call.
Well, if you're not going to start Boyanate, then you shouldn't start fucking Samari.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Davis shots.
Oh,
It's the
it's the
post.
post. Ipswich at the post.
Oh, Leaf Davis.
Leaf
again.
Davis.
Damn.
So, Manny, I want everything in the kitchen sink thrown at Will Steele. I don't care. They should start talking about it now. I said to Anil before the stream started, would you rather Fabrizio Romano come out of a post saying Leicester City linked with Will Steele or a hat trick for Jamie Vardy today? I'll ask you the same question.
Always think about the future, mate.
Will Steele, he was always my number one choice as manager. I reckon that could really turn things around.
Unless the future
Got to look
is
forwards,
up
can't look backwards.
We just tackle each other.
The timestamp is wrong for you. It's not wrong for me, Mr. Fatawu. So we're never going to be synced up completely.
No, I think it
unfortunately.
is. Are you not watching? It should be 7 minutes. You've just gone by there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wrong for. Oh, I had a different link on. What the fuck?
Yeah. Fatawu redeemed. Herr Fatawu.
Right.
Oh, look.
Oh, look at that. That's wicked.
That's nice.
Hey, look, what's his name?
Hey.
Billy the Loon is
Screenshot.
back as well. Look at that.
Schmeichel's a handsome bastard, isn't he?
Yeah.
Would you?
Did you see what's it called? They brought Ben Luan back as well, so we might have all of the 2016 even
No
England.
way, really.
Yeah, have a look again if it
Vasilevsky
pans.
and Delat as
Just
well.
above. Yeah, that's not too surprising though. But Ben Luan, I'm surprised is there.
There we go. We should all be synced up now on the clock. How is the crowd reception for Vardy? I mean, I imagine it's incredible.
hear them.
Yeah.
Is Leaf Davis,
Leaf Davis,
edge of the
it's
area?
Good
Samari
tackle,
gets
Samari. Who was that? Hey, look at that. He got back.
Leicester need to wake up a little bit. Haven't
dear.
started the game
Yeah.
too well, if you ask me.
Also,
Murray's been an
where's this,
absolute bot.
where's this Samora hater behavior come from? I'm not a Samora hater. I just said we've been down this road before where we've praised Samora and he hasn't turned up, and he's done exactly the same thing this
It's a
season.
bad shot, dude.
Morsey, that was.
Yeah. Shut up, Neil. I'm joking. Yeah, I don't mind him. I mean, I think he should leave, but yeah, I don't mind him. I think he gets a bit of bad stick. I think he gets like worse stick than he deserves.
Basically, if you get a fair bid for anybody, everyone's up for sale.
Yeah.
Well, but that's
It's
sad
like-
when you see that Ben Nelson might leave. Could you imagine
Yeah.
that? He doesn't even really play in the first team and he ends up leaving because of PSR.
Pure profit, eh?
I
Pure
don't mind
profit.
him leaving, but he has to leave at such a high price for you to think, I didn't undersell him. So I think people are talking about 10, 15 million. I would say no to that. I'd say, look, that's That's not going to rock my world, but Ben Nelson can help get us up. So if you want him,
I mean,
it's going to
defense
be...
is literally our weakest position right now. And we're going to sell like the one promising English player that came through the academy. It's mental.
I'd say
all of our youth academy products need sell-on clauses.
35 million for him.
But as part of that, what's the EFL? If the EFL sanctions it, do they have to accept offers on our behalf, kind of thing? I don't exactly know how it works. If we get a sanction,
No, they can't. They can't force you to sell.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah,
Vardy.
yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, unlucky, Vardy.
Imagine he gets a red card, by the way, Vardy. That'd be mental.
Well, I'm hoping he does, but only after he scores. And he just goes and just like, I don't know, 2 foot the corner flag or the ref or something. Just to...
Also, I think they might leave him on for 90 minutes because even if he doesn't score, if he goes off, then people are going to be like, right, what am I here for then? Right, time to go to the board.
Nah,
they'll stick around till
lap
the
of
end.
honor.
It's the last game of the season. I think this will be one of the few.
Until he goes off, then the board might go, right, well, what, not why we're here for, but what are we cheering for?
No one's leaving. No one's leaving today.
So like every stand, get the selfie done. I think it will go on for a while.
13 years.
Oh, first touch for RU goes backwards.
Chogosaurus.
I actually can't remember the last time someone played for us for 13 seasons. That isn't, especially in the modern game, but even outside of the modern game, that's a long time.
Good question, that.
How many seasons did Schmeichel play for us? How many seasons did Wes Morgan play for
Schmeichel was 10 or 11, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice move here.
He's too slow, man.
He's too slow. He's too slow. That's what I was thinking. He's too slow.
It's way too optimistic from Luke that I've seen in this stream so far. He was having to be pent up aggression. Just Luke Thomas long throw. Here we go.
He's too slow. Is very kind for Luke. That's
you can tell he's in a good mood. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got about 8 people in the box for a long throw-in.
Well, it has been quite effective of recent. I actually think this is one of the reasons why he's put Thomas in the team. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A front 8, 4 in the box, 4 just outside.
Apparently, Steve Walsh did 13 years.
Okay. Yeah, that I could believe. Bit of an older era, but
Vardy played more. Vardy played more games. Oh, come on. I hate the player pass back. Well, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of back passes. Yeah. What do you make to this? Somebody said it's just no cohesion. We just seem disjointed.
We do.
In the opening.
That's been the whole season.
Yeah. But even worse today, like the passes just aren't being strung together.
Did you see this? Did you see this video online today?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know, it's like a game of chess when you've lost some of the pieces, so you just get any old piece you can find around the house to replace them. This is not a proper team.
Yeah. Damn.
And if you think that Rude's trying to actually save his, well, even in the press conference, it's like, have you been told about your future? He goes, no. And then moved on to the next last question.
Yeah.
No.
The club's disjointed. That's literally, no, I've not heard anything. But apparently he's put forward his case. He's told the club why it should be him. And they're just waiting.
The thing is what he says doesn't even make sense. Like if he's saying it like Jeremy Monger and Jake Evans are the future, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Like I remember again that there was that week where it said shape the future, and the future was Wout Faze, Connor Cody, Facundo Buonanotte, and Jordan Ayew in the team. It was just like, what a joke.
You guys feel sorry for Woyo Koulibaly? Are we reading too much into that post he put up saying life is nothing? Or do you reckon he's bummed out and he's come here from France or wherever? And
he must be. He must have been sold something. To be not used at all is just so weird.
He said life is nothing.
Sucks. He hasn't been given a full 90 minutes. It's ridiculous.
And he said nothing wrong when he's been on the pitch.
Like in one game, is that it?
And that's fine.
Half time.
He got dragged because he got a booking just before half time. They dragged him, and he hasn't played since. Nuts.
And how sure are you that JJ and Ricardo are going to be here next season? Like he could be like one of our like most used fullbacks. I don't think Christensen's going to be here. Like,
then why not play him then? We've got no excuse not to play him. But the same thing with Monger and Evans.
Will still in.
I can't wait that man the money. Fourth game of the season Where
Will
Luca-
Still or Liam
What
Rosenior?
kind of clown hired this guy?
Will still with a show so he's got that bold magician powers like Pep and Enzo and what's his name at Liverpool. I want Will
Slot.
Still to come here and shave his head.
I think Luke's
Bold powers.
onto something. There's something you got to take very seriously about Will Still.
Well, Southampton
Yes.
apparently are in talks with him, and we're just fucking sat around watching.
Well,
Absolutely
they
not.
want to jump on him before someone else does.
Fuck that. Someone needs to get him out here. Somewhere in Leicester needs to get him down, roll out the red carpet, like have some women of the night waiting for him. The whole works, like the red carpet treatment at the King Power Seagrave Hotel. Like we will joke about it and say that, that it's a problem potentially of players and stuff like that. But you have to admit there must be like a pretty impressive when someone that's never been there before shows up for the first time, whether you be a potential player or a manager. That must sweeten the deal a little bit.
What happens if at the end of the day, Ruud Van Nistelrooy's standing there and then Will Still comes running out and DDTs Van Nistelrooy? And then
Bar
just
up. With a shaved head and a moustache.
Yeah.
Matt Willow's moustache, that lad that you guys have in the channel. I want to see a bald head and an aggressive moustache.
Free kick.
The most aggressive thing we'll get.
So far, by the way, this is the most boring game I've seen all
I was going to
season.
say, this is like back to Rude Ball. But what's worrying is where's the rest of the team? There's sort of no aggression. I think against Southampton even, we played a bit more spark. And against Forest even.
It looks like it's a bit of a hot day.
There's more on this game than there was against Southampton as well, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Online.
Yeah, what worries me is that what happens with Rude Ball is we forget that this is the manager that had the worst attack in Premier League history at some point.
Oh, look at Fast. Where are you, Fast man? You fucking.
Yeah, he'll blame somebody else. There we go.
I was going to say, don't you think though, with the occasion, it's probably quite easy for the players to go to hide. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not about us. Like I just feel like it's I don't know.
Yeah, but like imagine Albrighton was out there. He'd be chasing everything down just to give
Pearson?
his mate Ledge, get him back.
Yeah.
Director of football should be this guy, Nigel Pearson.
100%. 100%.
He's had a lot of health issues recently. Poor guy.
He'll have a lot more if he joins our board, to be honest.
I'm not sure putting him into a stressful environment is the right thing to do right now.
I've got a good question for you guys, all of you. What do you guys consider a hot day?
What?
A what?
Manager said you
20, 25?
20.
That's fucked, bro.
Depends on the
20.
What?
20, yeah. 20.
Fucking hell, man. It's cold?
Anything over 20 is hot. Yeah. Oh, ball in.
Oh,
I could have scored again there.
Yeah.
well, they're danger man's and Ciso for me. I think is he on loan from Brighton or they bought him?
No, he's on
He's on
loan.
loan.
Options
He looks handy.
what we got? We got Forest 1-0 up against West Ham.
Are they still winning?
Yeah. Did you see
Come
the
on,
goal?
Jared Bowen.
It was gifted to them. Oh my god! It was
On
shocking.
Jared Bowen. Yeah, Potter, by the way. You know what? We dodged a bullet with Potter. Can we not ever go down the Potter road ever again should the manager position ever come up? Just remember, Potter.
Potter or Rude. Potter or Rude.
Is it? Would you trade Rude though?
Fuck off, Manny. You wouldn't add Rude over Potter. Shut
I
up.
don't want Potter. Harry
Do you
Potter.
want Rude?
Not Graham Potter.
Go on. Oh, get it in. Get it in. Get it in.
Give in.
Get it forward.
Number of touches for Jamie Vardy this game so far, was it 2, 3
2?
maybe?
He's had two and a tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw Paul Merson on Sky saying that West Ham should give Potter a 6-year contract and let him.
I might take him over Graham Potter.
Gear it forward, says Clemmo. He's had 5 touches apparently, Vardy. That's actually quite good for Vardy. 18 minutes.
I was going to say, yeah, he's definitely gone through halves with less touches than that before.
Oh, nice interception, that fast, nice and forward. Oh, so slow to react.
forward.
Do you know, we are not on it today
man.
at all. Everybody looks like they've been. It looks like they
hungover.
went out last night on the lash. Yeah, exactly. It looks like they went out last night. It's this hangover football.
Have Luke?
Look at Aye, what he's doing. He's fucking walking like a turtle.
My God, he looks like he's got zimmer frame. Move, man.
Turtle.
What are you gonna ask me, sorry? Fucking hell, man.
I haven't got the audio on. Is it who's the commentator? Is it that woman again? The one
No,
in the
luckily she's not
Nah,
on. No.
thank God. I would have complained about it.
That was good from Black. Oh, here's a chance. Here's a chance.
Come on.
Tell him.
Oh,
Why didn't he just hit it first time?
He's
laughing, but
Why did he take
he's
so
fucked
long?
it.
I can't
what,
believe
though?
that. That was
know
a great
what?
opportunity. Lack of pace, though, you can see. That was the moment. Good play for Lau.
Trigger.
Jordan
Any other
Ayew
day-
is decent
Yeah.
pass. First touch is good. There.
No.
He's doing it
Yeah.
because of his leg.
No.
McAteer's fault.
And even
Yeah.
the-
So at the end there, that last part, any other day, Vardy would have squared that to McAteer.
Yeah, he didn't want to square
Yeah, of
that ball
course.
to McAteer, did he?
Yeah. Wow.
It's all right. I don't think McAteer is going to be too pissed
Do you know
off.
what? We might be playing for a penalty here. We might need Monga to win as a penalty in the box for Vardy to get this 200 today.
we need Ayew in the box to win as a penalty. He falls over all the time.
It might take him 10 minutes to get there.
yeah.
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 Or get Daka on the pitch. He falls over all the time.
That worries me, though. That shows me he's out of confidence because there it's like,
This
come
is
on, man,
better.
you're on goal number 200.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So that's what he's.
I called it.
I tell you what, there's a series of players that the best thing you can say about them, and I include Jack Grealish in this, is that they're good at winning free kicks, and Jordan Ayew is one of them.
Unfortunately, they've never. Well, what have they led to mostly? Not much.
A ricochet, the shoot ricochet goal once.
Yeah.
Vardy took a free kick, didn't he? A couple of weeks
He
ago.
did last game, I think, didn't he?
Oh yeah, Vardy should be shooting from every. Like, I'd be shooting from 50 yards if I was Vardy. I'd just go
Absolute
for everything.
He's probably best
That
not to though, in
keeper-
case he pulls a hamstring or something, trying to hit the ball.
Is it just me or does Ipswich's keeper look like a more modern version of Cole Palmer? Like a less
No, I don't
meathead
see that.
version.
I haven't seen him.
Me, he just likes like every gym has a PT that looks like him.
It's going to be a Luke Thomas cross to far post, I reckon. Should be an outswinger to Connor Cody.
Head it back down into the
Head
path of
it back
Vardy.
across for Vardy. It's the Cody Vardy assist. Oh no!
Pedal. Go on. Oh.
Oh, side netting. I love that though. Just give it to Vardy. Everything today is give it to
That's
Vardy.
what it is. It's hilarious. It's I don't know with them with the defending. Like, why are they doing anything other than decent
should-
efforts to get on the end of it?
He should have made a meal of that and claimed a penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's all over his face.
He's
to be fair.
dragged him. VAR.
Nah, it was Vardy's hand in his face.
Exactly. If
Yeah.
anything.
I think that could have been ruled out if he's. Although, if you're VAR in that situation, if Vardy's offside, we'll sack it off today, lads.
I got to be honest with you though, VAR this year has nowhere been. Maybe it's just because I've just been absolute garbage, so I don't care. But VAR has been nowhere near as colossally bad as it has been in other
It's
seasons.
been way
I
better
dunno,
this year,
did you-
VAR.
Did you
it's
see
been a
the
lot better.
Did you see the FA Cup final yesterday?
Exactly.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's everything is improving in a bit. VAR is getting much better. What was that? There was a late goal the other day that would totally change a huge title. I can't remember what it
Yeah,
was.
Man United.
Yeah, you have to have that.
Glasner deserves
Yeah.
total respect today for that game, by the way.
We should, as a Leicester fan, should never ever criticise VAR because if it wasn't for VAR, we probably would have lost an
Yeah, but
FA
you
Cup.
can criticise and still say we got away with one, and still say it's a crap piece of software. The
Yeah,
thing
those-
is,
I mean the overall. Yeah, I mean not the execution. You can criticise the execution of it. Yeah.
the actual software is objective. It's just our referees suck, and the actual process sucks behind it. But the actual,
But
because remember the World Cup 2018, I think it pretty much got every decision right. Apart
Yeah,
from
it was really good.
it worked really well. But that technology is exactly the same as what we use here. But
The
problem is-
semi-automated is good though. You like that?
Yeah,
That's been good.
Yeah, go on, Knox.
I was going to say the
Come on,
proof. The proof that it's the officials that are the problem is quite. I mean, yesterday they had all the replays in the world of the goalkeeper literally handballing outside the area, and they went, nah, no red. It's like what? That's the rule. He handballed it outside the box. It's a red card, but no, it's bullshit. It's absolutely bullshit. And then they were saying, "Oh, it's because it was going to go wide. It was going wide because the keeper fucking pushed it wide." It makes no sense, man.
Hey, Kate's wearing my t-shirt today. Same one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was going to bring that up actually. Let me bring this photo up. Where is it? Here it is. There we go. There's Imran, Kate, and Jack photobombing in the background. Very nice at the fan zone. This looks like.
Go on. Sorry.
No, you go.
I was going to ask you to bring up Ethan's question.
How do you think the KP atmosphere will be next season? I think it's going to be dead. I mean, it's going to be horrible.
I think it all depends on the summer, doesn't it? Let's see what goes on. Who's manager? Who we sign? Who we like to play? Who the first team sheet is? The first team sheet. That's like, I was excited about Rude until I saw the first team sheet. I'm like, what? What? So that's as long as you've got.
Is that even the South African?
Yeah.
Should have
been done better there. I bet it's Hutchinson. Yeah, I overrated him. He's overrated.
Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, that's true though. We'll have Fatawu next season, so automatically that's like an improvement in atmosphere because
I bet if Van Nistelrooy's in charge though, he'll only play one winger.
Yeah.
I'm half worried, half excited though. What if he's not the same player?
Oh, Top and Rokin.
His game relied on the old fast switch fibres, and there's nothing like ruining fast switch fibres like either age or ACLs. Hamstrings as well. Not good.
Yeah, no one's talking about that, by the way. Do you guys even think Fatawu is going to be the same player? No one's talked about that yet. He's had his ACL done, man. That's a
I'm
serious
strongly worried he won't be the same player ever again.
Me too.
Look, Ricky's been through it. He's never been quite the same. Fofana's never been quite the same. Shearer wasn't the same. Everybody who's had like these major injuries, you're never quite the same. I can't think anybody who's come back exactly as good as they were before.
Yeah, same thing. Rodri's never going to be the same now either. He's a big part of the reason why Man City have gone to shit, I reckon, and all the other players are aging. How bad was De Bruyne yesterday, speaking of aging players?
Oh, he looked horrible yesterday, didn't he?
Man.
Eze, though, I love Eze so much. What a player. Bro. What a player he is. I think he could slot into the Real Madrid team. He's that good. Honestly, he's absolutely electric, that boy is.
Here we go. Ethan, 100 yes, verschrikkelijk oorlijk.
Oh,
there we go. Take him out.
Vardy's found the keeper outside the box. Minimal. Come on, ref.
I was just looking online at players who got ACLs, and Xavi.
That is bannable. That is 100% bannable.
What? Xavi's game didn't rely on any speed whatsoever. The only speed he relied on was his head.
What's bannable?
All right, Lux, since you got that list, Lux, you find me a pacey player who's with the same player post ACL.
I'm trying to think.
Perez is down there.
Go on, JJ.
Oh no! Sorry.
Yes!
He's got
Casey
it!
back in with Justin as well. Brilliant!
Brilliant.
Oh man, that is incredible. No VAR, please. Is there any chance? Is there any risk?
Sure, I think they'll say just let it go. Ah, look at the smile on his face. Ah.
Oh, that's
this
magic.
guy. Oh my lord, what a player he has been! You absolute legend.
And all the Ipswich fans don't know what to do, but
Lux said a few weeks ago.
Look at that face! I love it. You must feel like a relief.
No, I said the camera's got to cut to Rebecca and the kids in the crowd.
Justin, what
great
fair play to him. This is fantastic.
Look at that. Oh, that's
Oh.
quality. That's quality. For
I thought he'd messed it up again, but Justin, take a bow, lad. This is
JJ single
James Fatawu.
Yeah, he's single-handedly created that for Vards.
That
Fair play.
is what we thought Chilwell would have done, but he never really did that.
Wow.
Do you know what? I don't know about you guys, because I felt the game was becoming a bit of a damp squib and an anticlimactic event. So in some ways, that just makes you feel happy now. You can just literally enjoy the rest of the game. I hope it doesn't just become beach football, but
Vardy and 3-0. I knew it today.
What a moment. Oh, man.
Vardy to get the first. What did I say this morning, Lux? 3-0, Vardy to get the
How
first.
many did you say he'd score, Lux? It's starting to
Monga. I also said Monga to score the last. Monga
That's
to
what
get
I was
the
going to
third.
say. Monda to score next.
Come on, the Monga bit now.
Do you know what was really nice to see, though, is how much even the other players did it as well. And fair play, even like El Khanous and Cody, they haven't played with Vardy for very long, but even they, they look really happy for him. That is...
Look, we always hang in our Leicester bubble, don't we? But I can tell you, from travels, from international friends, I was actually telling a story I've told before, but I'll say it again now. I was saying to my wife, emotional this morning, Vardy's last day. And then I told her a story of my mother-in-law's friend who's like in her 60s. She lives in a small town in Holland. And we went to visit her once. And I opened the door. I'd met her before. And she went, "It's Jamie Vardy." And I said, "What?" And that was when he broke the 11, because she watches Match of the Day. Her husband's a football addict. And she's like, "I've been watching the Vardy all season. He's absolute magic." And I was like, oh my God. Even old ladies in Holland love Vardy. It's absolutely superb. It's an international story of, the ultimate guy on the street who made it big, rags to riches.
We see, Manny, that's always the big thing, isn't it? Is that, I thought he scored there. It's not just that. Do you know what? I think Vardy looked a bit pissed that I didn't pass him the ball there. It's like, bro, who do you think you are?
Everyone's got a mate a bit like Jamie Vardy, haven't they? He's a bit of a geezer, a bit of a lad, and you can it resonates with you. You can connect with him. You can associate with yourself. He doesn't come across as a multi-million pound footballer who earns 140 grand a week. Just comes across as one of the lads.
Well, but that's because he is, man. I mean, that's my point, is that in modern football, basically, who the top players are going to be from very early on, because they all come from the academy. The reason why Vardy is such a legend is not just him. Like Ian Wright had something very similar. Like, have you heard stories about Ian Wright saying, he'd be pulled up by the police asking him for his particulars? He knows what it's like to be like the average man. But that's what makes Vardy Vardy. And it's like, I just don't think you'll see that again, because there's so much big money into it that, like, if you're halfway good, it gets spotted really early on.
Should have been a penalty there.
That as well, as you mentioned.
Like, when's the last time, like, a player from forget even non-league, a player from maybe League 2 has made the step up? Like, fair play to him. Leif Davis today for Ipswich. Yeah, he was playing in League 1 for them, and they think he will actually be sold, because they're saying that after Liam. Yeah, it might be.
Is he going to look?
It should have. Look at Tom McAteer. Look at McAteer.
Pen.
Maybe not.
It's a brace for Vardy.
Soft. Oh,
I can think of like the old Wimbledon days when Wimbledon went through the divisions and won the FA Cup, and they were carrying players that had played like in every league on the way and stuff. But it's not just that. I thought about the other day, how many different competitions has he played in? Think about that. Like, not just the junior leagues, FA Cup every single round, but he's played in the Champions League, the Europa League, the Conference League, the World Cup, the Euros, the Charity Shield, if that's a competition, all the domestic ones.
The World Cup, just Euros, National League, whatever it's called as well.
National League. Just crazy.
Yeah. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember this, but back in the day on Sky, they used to have like National League matches occasionally on TV, and I do remember seeing Vardy looking like a right lout, like he did back in the day, and he just looked like a complete pace merchant. It was so good. Like, I remind you guys, if you ever go on Fox's Talk, there was a thread with Jamie Vardy, and basically everyone was like so against it when we signed him. Everyone was like, "Oh, why didn't we sign Nicky Maynard? We just
Mickey
can't. We're
Maynard,
so
yeah.
cheap. This club. It's like you'd
6
never
million.
imagine it in him. I'll admit
remember.
myself. I remember when we signed him. It was like I can't believe we bought a non-league
Yeah.
player for this much money. It's crazy. What are they expecting from him? Oh, only to become the greatest player we've ever had.
But I'm not saying that I thought he was going to be what he was in the end. But you know me, I love my fast twitch fibers, and this boy's acceleration over the first 5-10 meters, as well as his top speed, were both brilliant. I was like, if this boy can kick a football, then he has the chance to be. It's one of those things. It doesn't matter if you're a National League centre back or you're Virgil van Dijk. If you go in an even foot race with Jamie Vardy, Pete Vardy, you're going to lose.
It wasn't even for me. It's the speed, but it's also his intelligence. I think he's
Yes.
as a
Timing.
footballer, he's always got it switched on. He always knows when to make the move, and also when to stop. And that's something that you see, not just running around for the sake of running around, which he did a lot more. Stop and then let the ball kind of come to him to be in the right spot.
And he's
Well,
unselfish.
as I think you guys were saying in
Unselfish
Good Morning Foxes earlier, is like the way that he adapted his game. Like everyone just, that's what I was saying. I thought when he was on Sky, he just looked like a pace merchant, but he's not. He's even in his game today. Look at what he does in the false nine
backwards
position.
boots.
He's well underrated at that.
Yeah, Enzo was really good in giving him props last season as well. He really adapted his game last season.
So,
No, that was good play from Bilal.
That's Bilal, wasn't it? Oh, Bilal.
Yeah.
Oh, Bilal. Oh,
do you
love
think he'll
Bilal.
end up at a Premier League club next
With Vardy?
season? Yeah.
Maybe one of the promoted ones.
I think it depends how much money he needs. I know he's still looking to stay in the game, but I wonder if he'll actually retire. To be honest with you, he might just go on a holiday and be
I swear,
like,
I think he wants that Michael Owen record. I think he's the kind of person that it's not about the money. It's about he just wants to stick a middle finger at Michael Owen.
Yeah.
Whenever he bumps into him one day and just gives him a few. I think
Yeah.
that's his whole motivation moving forward. That's it.
And how many goals is he off that? 5,
It's
6?
7 or 8, I think.
Five now. Five.
Is it 5? 5. Okay, 5.
That's one season in the Premier. You could get that.
Even as a bench striker for a half decent team, he could chip in with 5.
How old was Les Ferdinand when we got him? Was he 37?
36,
35, I think he was.
36 or 7, was it?
He was good though. Do you remember? Les
he
in
was
his-
brilliant.
He
He's our top scorer.
in fact, I don't know about you, but he was one of those that I always used to think, he's a bit overrated. And then when he played for us, I was like, fucking hell.
You
If
thought
this is what he's like
Ferdinand was
now,
overrated?
no wonder he played for Newcastle when they were like killing it. He was
Do you
like,
know,
I was like, wow.
Newcastle's biggest error, I remember that, is
Yeah.
the season before they signed Shearer. I think Ferdinand got like 42 in all competitions. 42 in all comps, right? I'm pretty sure that's the number. I could be wrong. But then when they, I think 26 in the league, and then God knows how many in other comps. But then they signed Shearer, and for a bit, it reminded me of our Leicester versions when we had Collymore and Heskey together. And I was like, these two, actually, they shouldn't be able to work. No one picks them for England because they can't work together. But for a period in Newcastle, it did work together. And then they sold Ferdinand. Crazy.
Jamie Vardy's just taken over, so just passed Robin van Persie.
That's incredible.
He's
That
now
is
on
incredible.
145 goals. If he gets 2 more,
Yeah.
he beats Teddy Sheringham. One more ties with Teddy Sheringham, but 2 more.
What number is he on the list?
So he's now joint. No, he's not. He's 14th now.
14th.
He's 14th.
That's a good comment from Clemo, by the way. Like, he's more than just like an off-the-shoulder, like pace merchant striker. He's played really well with, as he just mentioned, he's linked up really well with other strikers before. Looked really well with Okazaki, Kalechi, and Archo. He's been more than just that. Nugent, like, I think he's like the complete 100%.
Oh yeah, Michael Owen knocked his finishing. I would argue. Look at the finish, the goal against Man City away in the hat-trick game, and look at his goal away at Germany for England, where he
that was his first goal as well, wasn't it? Yeah.
Those two finishes are outrageously good, and that's not somebody who can't finish.
For someone though, at 27 years old, to make your debut in the Premier League for a struggling team and to score that many goals is just absolutely ridiculous.
And Vardy's on the penalty spot, clearing the free kick away.
Yeah. Oh.
Typical Vardy now. He's got his goal. He'll do anything that he can to help us win.
Like, the amount of times after we won the Premier League, he would be in the top 3, if not 4 strikers. Consistently. Him, Aguero, and Jamie Vardy
Kane.
were always in the top 3 or 4 strikers.
He
even though
scored 20
played-
goals one year with Claude Puel as manager. I mean, that is incredible if you think about it.
Do you think if he played for one of the big teams, he would have scored more or less Premier League goals?
I think more, actually.
So then where would that put him on that list?
A bit higher. I don't think... At the same time, he probably... Let's say he would have gone to Arsenal instead of Leicester. I think he probably would have had the first 2 or 3 seasons quite good for them. But then I think they would have moved him on because he probably wouldn't... Or it'd make him more... Actually, do you know what, Manny? I changed my mind because then I think he might have been transferred to be more of a bench player. Because someone like Wenger would, I think, still find use for him, but he just wouldn't rely on him all the time, right? It'd be like his... Like, to be honest, like I don't think Wenger used Giroud that much. If you remember when he was playing for Arsenal, if you look at how many appearances he actually made for them, he didn't make that many. He never scored 20 goals for Arsenal in a season.
But he'd always start for France as well.
Look at this, guys. Look at this photo. Look at that.
That's
a good
brilliant.
photo. That is. It's a great photo. That is
Incredible.
It's just written in the stars. Score at a home game, Ipswich game. Ipswich are terrible. It should be fair. And with all due respect, the keeper and the defender have had a bit of a stinker in that goal as well. They're just so bad. You know, it's likely that he was going to score today. Last ever home game, all the symmetries there. It's one of those weird things that happen. I don't want to get into whole Luke. Luke, do you know how you see maths like in the universe everywhere? I don't want to get too deep. Oh!
You nearly
Must
gave
be
us
Hutchinson.
and fucking wishing and fucking a goal upon us saying they're so shit. What were you going to ask me?
Forget it. I'm just going to. I would rather slate Amari Hutchinson for being terrible, which he is.
I think you're harsh on him. He doesn't at Premier League quality yet, but
Well, that's the standard I'm measuring him against.
That's the
It'll
majority
be one of the
of
best
Ipswich,
next
to be
season.
honest.
Different league.
But they've got such a strong squad, and it's for the long-term planning. It's quite clever. It just depends where they go from here. But they're in the strongest of positions out of the 3 teams that came up last season.
But they've signed so many. Like, how do you play Hutchinson, Philogene, Clark, all of these guys together? I don't see how it's gonna.
You can't.
well, 46 games though in the championships.
That's true. That's true.
Basically, do the Man City of tactic of when they had Mahrez, Sterling, Sane, who else? They just had 4 world-class wingers and they were just toasting everyone.
Yeah, because next season they'll have Jack Clark to come off the bench. We'll have Ayew. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather Jack
have
Clark.
Monga and Evans though. To be fair, and Will Alves. I think actually, to be honest with you, next season, Locks, I think it is quite exciting because you would be starting Mavadidi and Fatawu, and you'd have Monga, Alves,
Monga
Jake
10.
Evans.
Good. Bilal will go. Monga 10.
That's, I think, what we probably should do.
That's the best front 3 in the league.
I still think I'm a bit apprehensive about Fatawa. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Will Alves as the 10 and Monga on the right wing, Mavadidi in the left.
That's optimistic for Daka, if you ask me.
But he should just retire, dude. He's an absolute donkey.
He should go to a different league type. I think he would bang in goals.
Yeah.
In a
Salzburg.
fair few European leagues.
I'll tell you where he can
The only
play.
thing he's going to bang
Playing
off is the
Zambia.
fucking grass when he hits the deck. He's so fucking.
Steady.
Can we all take a
Zambia.
moment to celebrate that we're not going to be looking at Danny Ward's fucking ugly head any longer?
Or Daniel Iverson as well.
Well, he got a rough deal, didn't he? He should have
Yeah.
been given that first team slot, or at least a longer run of games. Because when he came into the team under Dean Smith, he just looked decent. He looked like, oh yeah, if we had the decent keeper this season, we'd have probably stayed up, which is what would have happened. Didn't he? That man of the match against Newcastle. It was.
Yeah, I remember that. He was good that game. He was shocking on the ball, but he was a more than reasonable shot stopper. I thought. He was big in there.
I mean,
made himself
don't
big.
get me wrong. He wasn't like a worldie or anything like that. But basically, he could do the basic thing you're supposed to do as a keeper, which is fucking keep the ball out of the net, right?
I don't know.
Do you think we'll see Golding next season? Because he was one that we were thinking might even be involved in the first team this season.
I think he's going to be one of those players when we see him going, why the hell was this player not being playing? Like, what? If Monga is England under 16 or 17 captain or whatever it is, and this boy's England under 18 captain or former, if you're captain of the junior age, it strikes me as your character is going to be pretty good. And we haven't heard of any off-field shenanigans or anything like that. And it's like players sitting in your bench doing nothing. Calvin Bassey was sitting there doing nothing. Sometimes you just don't see the talent in front of you. Ben Nelson gets sent out on loan, and what are we doing? Chelsea have seen that this kid could have a very bright future in the game. We send him on Oxford. But we can really do with a centre back.
I don't think that's particularly a problem. It's if we sell him next season, if we invest that back into the team for next season, that's absolutely fine.
I would say, look, 21-year-olds that you used to look at going, oh, they need some experience. We put them out on loan. Forget all of that. Put them in the middle of it right now, and let's see if they've got it or not. Look at Dean Howson. He's younger than Ben Nelson. He's played I think he's played every minute of every game for Bournemouth this season. Is there any problem with age or physicality? And he's even younger. Give this guy his chance. Every time I saw him play under Enzo, he looked really good to me.
Actually, do you know Howson? Even more incredible. Do you know actually he didn't play every game? I think he only came in because someone got injured. So I think he missed the first 8 games. But believe it or not, so that if you think about it, that's even more crazy that he's ended up at Real Madrid and he wasn't even first choice to begin with. That is like, if anything, I think that makes your point even more, that he was just so ridiculously good.
It's not about the age thing, it's about the talent. And Ben Nelson is better than Connor Cody. Ben Nelson is better than Yannick Vestergaard. Ben Nelson is better than Wout Faes. Having Enzo did the hard way bleeding him in. He'd already had that year of apprenticeship under Enzo. He was ready to go.
Enzo also gave Yannick Vestergaard a 3-year contract.
Well, we can't be spending $5 million on a player to then fucking send him to play with the fucking development team of the under-23s. Like, that made no sense whatsoever. He should have been immediately put out on loan if he wasn't going to be in the first type of squad. In my opinion, I thought it didn't make sense.
Who does he
get on the money bandwagon with not Josh Sargent? I actually think he'd be a good signing for the Championship. I know he wouldn't be for the Premier League, but
but he does no point in signing players for the Championship because any player will do.
We used to play.
No, that's not true, though, Manny. That's not true.
Yeah, we already got enough to go up with what we've got today.
Well, no, but we're losing players.
We lost.
Oh, look at that smile!
And Matt. If we lost Bilal, Mads, and Didi, we'd still go up next season.
Half time.
How good must he be feeling?
Right. Anyway, can I say I've got a skedaddle, so unfortunately I've got to love you and leave you to say, look, it's a bit weird. I kind of almost wanted it like to get nervous to the last minute of the game, and he bangs it in, and the crowd go wild. Last kick of his Leicester career was the goal, but the guy's done his 200. Monga to come on. Lots to look forward to. Enjoy the second half, boys. Thank you.
He's cheers, Manny. Cheers, Manny, mate. See you soon. He's an emotionless person, as we've heard all week, but he seemed a little bit emotional there coming off the pitch, actually. Just looking at him there walking off. So what did you make to that one, Anil? What did you make to that first half, mate? I mean, there's only one thing that matters.
Exactly. So that's all that does matter. I mean, other than that, it's a bit of a non-event in the game, really. I suppose Ipswich hit the post, didn't they? Maybe they look more likely to score. I think we did look quite good on transition, though, to be fair. Brilliant drive from Justin. But I mean, Vardy probably should have scored before that, right? He was put through 1-on-1 with from Ayew, and we thought, oh no, is that his one chance gone? But decent, I suppose. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what happens with the game. I was hoping that maybe it would relax the players and maybe the floodgates would open. Do you remember when we beat Everton in the game that we'd already won the Premier League? And in that game, just the players just played with just complete freedom and confidence. It was just a really good display. Conversely, I remember when we got promoted from the Championship one year, I think we had Brighton at home and we got beat 3-0 because the players were completely hungover. So it can work either way, right? I hope it... Well, I suppose who even cares? If it's a non-event in the second half, we can just talk about the top 3 Nando's choices in Leicester in the second half. It's all good. So for me, mission accomplished, and that man up there... And that was iconic. If you haven't seen it already, go online and see it. What an amazing moment.
Yeah, Neil, like we just said, mate, I mean, there's not really much else we can talk about other than Vardy, but we got what we came for. He got what he came for, and that was the goal and a corner flag celebration as well, which is obviously textbook Jamie Vardy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's nice. I know Manny was saying all towards the end and making it all romantic. I'm glad it's kind of done so that we can just kind of relax a little bit more and just enjoy the game. Because let's be honest, there's been nothing really much else. apart from that. But at the end of the day, it didn't really matter. It was just about this. So, yeah, other than that, Ipswich would probably have the better opportunity. I think they had 3 good opportunities. We've had maybe 1, 2. So, yeah, I mean, this is the kind of competition we've got for next year. So it's another game where we're kind of comparing, right, this is going to be the top end of next year. So, again, it's weird commenting on this one because so much of it doesn't matter, especially now Vardy's scored.
You muted, Logs.
Sorry, lads. Yeah, go. I was going to say, Luke, how are you feeling, mate? After that one, happy, Luke, for once. Now you're on mute.
You infected me. I'm totally stoked, man. I'm really happy. I'm relaxed. Like Manny said, it doesn't really matter what happens now. We all were relegated. He's got his 200th goal. There's a feel-good feel around the crowd. You can feel it even from here across the other side of the world. And what's good as well is like all the other players look totally confident as well. They're playing for Jamie Vardy. They obviously want to give him every single ball they possibly can, and they look confident at the ball now. It was pretty boring before that happened, but, mate, the game's completely swapped now. So let's see the kids come on the 60, 70-minute mark. Let's not put them on for 10 minutes. Let's give them a decent time. Let's give Jake Evans. Let's give Monga. I hope that's where I stop being a bit of a turtle after 10 minutes. He's hopefully been told by Ruben this, so run your socks off, mate, because Jeremy Monga's going on. And same thing for McAteer. Let's get Jake Evans on. Monga, fuck it. Let's get the kids on. Let's see the passing of the torch progress into this new era of King Power.
Just to answer this, Peter, yes, it's £3 million better.
Root's payoff.
To finish 18th. Yeah, there we go. Neil's brought some up here. There you go. That's the graphic.
On the official. It's just a nice memory of all the years. There's the oldest one. I'm just seeing the Mohican Bardi as well. I think that one's from the Man United 5-2 game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the other one. Or that one might have been from is it West Brom, where he started the run to all the
the one on the right of him. Yeah, the one on the right of the Mohican.
But you know what I'm talking about towards
That's
the
West Brom. Yeah.
The one West Brom, and I think the other one's from Man United. So it's just a nice little collage of it, really. There's not many from the Championship. I think they're all Premier League.
Just that top one, the very top Championship. Very top.
Yeah, that was from the Championship. Yeah,
that was one of his. That was one of his first. That's a good photo there. I just saw a comment here I want to bring up. Oh, yeah. Now we can concentrate on catching Spurs 13.
The fight back starts now.
Yeah, 100%.
If we weren't so bad, we could have literally relegated Spurs and Man United. How brilliant would that have been if us 3 teams had turned up a little bit and relegated Man United and Tottenham? But it wasn't to be. But at the same time, on the other hand, you've got Crystal Palace and Newcastle winning trophies as well. But I would have loved the fact that, again, get Man United and Tottenham relegated in the season. That would have been just... Nobody would have believed it coming into the season. But
do you know what? Next season, I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Like, especially Man United, if they don't win the Europa League, I think they're in a position where they have to sell players instead of buy because their PSR constraints are so heavily. Because, years of spending like 85 million on Anthony is catching up with them and they're missing out on that Champions League revenue. So they'll be forced in some kind of position. So I don't know. It's not impossible, but we'll have to see what the promoted teams can do when they come up. But at the same time, though, I mean, the thing that scares me, though, is that, like, again, watching Good Morning Foxes earlier, the gap between the Premier League and the Championship is widening. Now, at first, I was like, yeah, but it doesn't matter because when we got relegated, we were basically a Premier League team in all but, the actual position in the table. But this time round, when we go down, that is not the case. Like, how many people in our team are genuinely Premier League quality? On his day, Vardy, perhaps, who's not going to see him anymore. El Khanous, I think, is, but he's probably not going to be there. Maybe Hermansen. I personally still think Ndidi is. But other than that, you haven't got enough. And the thing is that these days as well, I feel that, like, even having 11 Premier League players isn't enough because of the 5 subs and the quality you need. Like, look at us. Like, how many people said that when Fatawu got injured, it was the end of our season? You can't have that. You can't have that as a club coming up, that one player having a bad patchy form or gets injured is the end of your season. So how on earth are we going to do it, guys? How are we going to? And that worries me. It may not be possible.
And that's what Ipswich have tried to do this season. You mentioned bringing in Village and bringing in all these players to try and get the strength and depth, and it still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
To answer Manny's question about if he's the third highest English goal scorer this season, there's Watkins, Delap, Bowen, Welbeck, James Maddison, Harvey Barnes. He's tied with. Yeah, so Vardy's tied with Barnes and Maddison, which is ironic, but Vardy's tied with Barnes and Maddison on fifth goal scorer. What were you gonna say, Luke? Sorry, mate.
That's all right. We're going by what Anil said. I worry about the same thing as well, because if we're gonna be further depleted of what core Premier League, what if you even want to call it, squad that we have left when we go down to the Championship, it's going to be even worse than last time. So I do definitely worry about that. That even if we are lucky, even with potential sanctions that are coming our way, in the Championship, and we're possibly to yo-yo and go straight back up again. And let's say that, is it the start of a 3-year term? Can we spend money? Is it going to be like less sanctions coming away? That's fine. Let's say hypothetically we get given a modest war chest for Leicester City's, past, money that been finance that have been available. Then let's say we sign 5 players. We've got to hope that like at least 4 of them are good, because he just settled for Tau. If we have like only one of them of those 5 players that turn out to be a gem and he gets injured, we're in the same boat again. So this is one of the reasons why I think it's very important that we get someone like Will Steele, or someone that can actually develop youth and use what's available at the academy and have a style of football and play that we can commit to no matter what manager is going to be here over the next 2 to 3 seasons. Otherwise, we're going to be in the same cycle over and over again. You put a very good video up, Locks, on a debate that I could see some merit in what that Willoughby was saying. Excuse me for getting his name wrong if I did. But the problem is that if we go back – Michael, if we go back to the same cycle, if we get Dyche in, it's going to be the exact same thing. He's going to get back. He's going to get his players. It's not going to work out. He's probably eventually going to get sacked. Fans will turn on him. Get someone else in that's going to inherit those players, disgruntled people. We need to stick to a style of football and just fucking stick with it. Have the youth play it. Have the whole, all the way down to the kids playing that same brand of football so it works, in my opinion. But look, hey, I do worry about what Anil just said, that the division, the difference is absolutely huge. And I think I can't see a lot of players being here next season.
It was funny because in that debate, I think Manny said, Dyche doesn't use fast players, and an Everton fan commented later on and said, well, actually, he did have 2 fast wingers, but he got rid of them both. he sold one and forced the other one out. So maybe that's a little bit of a concern. But there's a comment here from Truly Ethan. Do you think we try sign a lot of cheaper players, more scattergun, or try and go for 3-4 players that improve the team immediately for higher fees? What do you think, Anil? Because you could say that, we brought in Connor Cody and Harry Winks for close to 10 million each last season, and like 70 and 80 grand a week. That's big spending for a Championship team. Do you think we'll do something similar to that next season?
I'm kind of worried if we do, because I think those are the ones that haven't worked. But I brought this up because this is a tricky one. I don't really know. I kind of feel that what you need value, I think. And I think that is the problem. Like if we look at Ollie Skip, he is not value. Signing him even at 20 million, he's never going to be worth more than that, if you know what I mean, which makes him a poor player. I think you need to find people like Mads Hermansen, like Bilal El-Khanous, who, whatever you buy them for, they can be worth more than that and they're going to be better. But it depends on a lot, like who is the player, who is the manager in charge, what style of player we're going to be playing, what type of people you're going to be getting. I would hope maybe we do look at maybe Scandinavia, or get a South American player in or something like that. That's what we've got to do, but it can go wrong badly as well. But for what it's worth, I don't know if you've seen Leeds, but Leeds signed this Japanese midfielder near the end of transfer deadline day for 3.5 million, and he's probably the best midfielder in the division. So that's what I think we need more of. And I actually do worry that we go out and sign just like a known prospect, unless it's at the same time. I think we were having back and forth with people like Josh Sargent or something like that, or it would have been Joel Pirro the last time we went down. I think for certain positions, getting someone who you think can do a job and will be okay, I don't mind that, because we probably are going to need some players like that. But Yeah, I think that maybe you need to go for the big money ones, maybe more when you get back to the Premier League, or maybe you do need to go a bit more scattergun when you're down and hope that whoever's coming in has got like some bargains. That's what we need. We need a few more bargains.
But it's like you said, best midfielder this season in the Championship, Tanaka, 3 million.
Yeah.
Last season, best goalkeeper, Mads, 3
Yeah.
million. One of the best wingers, Mavididi, what was he, 5 million, something like that?
Yeah.
Fatawu, loan with option to buy, 12 million. So, there's value to be had out of signing. In the Championship, you can probably get away with trying to build something for less money spent. So, but then I suppose, Neil, the problem is like we've experienced this year. You get promoted, and the step up maybe is a bit too big. And then, like Neil said, that's where you have to try and splash the cash, which we did do this year, but it was Cooper, and he signed Ayew and Skip.
Horrific signings, yeah.
It's because they're putting too much emphasis on the manager to know what he's doing, and and it's backfired massively. The year before it worked, and we got so much of the scouting last year right. Even down things like Callum Doyle came in on loan, didn't really work then, but at the same time he got us promoted because he was part of that team. Got his name out. Yunus Akgün was another example. You could see the talent was there, but it didn't quite work. He wasn't quite at that level, and he would have really struggled in the Prem. Gave him back to Galatasaray, and I think that's a great move. But we need to. I think it was the Martin Glove went, here's a good player, and Enzo's got a good eye for it. Went, yeah, let's get him in. I think what's happened is that Martin Glove goes, here's some good things, and he's gone, no, let's get Ayew. And the manager has the final say in it. So we just have to, again, I want to say it's all down to the manager. The board but there's so many problems at the moment. The board, the manager, the squad, their work ethic, etc. There's so many problems that, unfortunately, fixing one thing is one cog that we need another 4 or 5 in order to just start moving in the right directions.
We're just about to kick off the second half. And Luke, what do you think, mate? Does the fake Australian have a place in the Leicester squad next season? I can't hear you, mate. Audio's... You're not muted, but I just can't hear. Is your mic... Have you set to the right mic in the settings?
I think so. Can you not hear me?
Got you now.
The Scotsman, I think, unfortunately, mate, I don't think he's as bad as everyone makes out. He's definitely not Premier League quality. He could do his job definitely in the Championship, but he's now done his ACL and his Achilles. They're both drastic injuries. One in isolation, one of them's bad enough as it is. ACL is really bad. Achilles is probably the worst for recurrence. It's very, very difficult to manage post-injury. It's actually, in my opinion, even worse than the ACL. So I think he's probably done as a player at a top-flight football. I hope not. I don't really like saying that. It sounds negative, but I think that's pretty serious, the injuries he's had.
I think you will see him though, because I think he'll come back around maybe February, March time, and depending on where we are, and just given how brutal the Championship is in terms of games, I can see him getting minutes or even starts.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the combination that Ricardo had, right? He had his ACL and then it was his Achilles the year after. So, and we see how much he struggles with it. But as you can, Ricardo's on the bench today. We could see Ricardo coming on.
Yeah.
If Ricardo's to stay, and I'm going to be
that could be red.
Yeah.
No, it's yellow. In my opinion, Ricardo should be played in double pivot next season, not the fullback. I would like to see JJ and Woyo possibly as our fullbacks next season. Ricardo would have to move a lot less.
I think Justin could go to another club and another Premier League club. You think I think he's Premier League quality, but
I can see it. No, I can see it. Someone like Burnley, one of the teams coming up. I think you guys do JJ a disservice. I think he's been a lot better since Roots came in and.
Put some respect on his name, Locks. Who just assisted Vardy for his 200th goal?
Yeah. To be fair,
Christian Fuchs moment.
But I don't think. Yeah, I suppose my mind is he doesn't deserve a Premier League move. Like he's not. I don't think he's done enough this season to warrant a Premier. He hasn't done enough this season to warrant.
He had a brace against Arsenal. He's been much better. He got hung out to dry by Cooper.
Who's deserved a Premier League move? El Khanous and Hermansen.
Hermansen.
That's it.
I'd say for large parts of the season, and Ndidi as well. He was very good for large parts of the season. But I don't know. We'll. I mean, we're talking about players here who, I mean, like Wout Faes, who thinks he can fucking play for Real Madrid. You know what I mean? So
I think he's in a poor season.
I think he's not the Ndidi of old, as we all know. But I think he's been better than Winks, and he's been better than Samara.
Who was that pass to right now from Ndidi? That's how I think this is. I think his worst season was the relegation last time.
Yeah.
And this is probably his second worst season. I actually stand by that. I am not saying that he's been. Well, actually, I will say, yeah, I don't think he's had a good season at all. I just think he's been less shit than everyone else.
I love how everybody in the comments saying, "Oh, Matt Casey needs to come off, Casey," because obviously we want Monga on. But we know what's going to happen. It won't be Monga, I don't think. It will be Buonanotte.
Oh, there you go. He just broke his neck. He's 56, going on fucking 65.
Bring off you on Patson Daka.
Yeah, I was going to say, look.
Oh,
exposed.
Mental anguish has entered the chat.
Here we go.
I really hope we never see him play again for real.
West Ham have just scored. It's 2-1 still to Forest.
Come on, West Ham. I think regardless, that's going to go down to the last game of the season, isn't it? They're playing Chelsea at the City ground, so
yeah. Oh, well played by Wout Faes there.
Yeah.
Sexy leadership.
Fuck up.
Master of anticipation.
Look at what are they doing in the middle of the park? Fucking hell. Tippy-tappy football. Get it forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop fucking pissing about this fucking tippy-tappy football.
You say that, Luke. You say that, Luke. Go down the ground.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Exactly hear that. Back in my day, Steve Walsh, you stick him up front after 80 minutes.
Yeah.
No, they're not wrong, are they?
That's Imran and Kate now. You don't need to go back in time.
Hey up, me dog. Fucking get it forward.
When do we think Vardy's coming off then? What we saying, 80? He's definitely coming off. He's not playing.
Nah, he's staying on the whole game. Come on,
he won't.
He's playing 90 minutes already.
Give him the standing ovation.
Right.
Let me know if is that too loud? Is that all right? Sorry, I just realized it was a bit quiet.
That's all good.
All good.
All good. No worries. I have to have like a nerfed celebration, so I don't wake up my missus at like nearly midnight, but like I nearly just woke up the whole stream. I was tempted when Vardy scored.
Good save.
I remember once I was before I was doing YouTube, I was watching a game where Maddison scored this ridiculous free kick, and it was like 3 a.m, and I just couldn't contain myself because of my absolute fucking love of James Maddison. I just screamed, boom, and I got a knock on the door from the neighbours saying, "Is everything okay?"
Really?
Fucking lost my mind. I think it was whatever that Swedish team was where he kicked that wizard free kick. I was like, what the? I lost my mind, dude. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Good times.
Oh, Randers, that was in the...
Randers, that free kick was ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, it's just a shame. I think that was in the game we were already 2-0 up in or something, wasn't it? So...
It was amazing.
Well, not the best kick there from Stolarczyk. Mari Hutchinson on the ball.
Yeah.
I just seen Manny's comment.
What's he put? Yeah, we know Forest tire after 75 minutes. Let's see.
These are referring to my Ndidi call out. I think I was a bit harsh. I just don't think he's been good. I think it's...
No, that's fair because no one's really been good. You got to be honest. Even Bilal, can you really say he's been good? How many goals and assists has he got?
Luke's least favorite thing in the world is when Bilal gets compared to Maddison. Luke's just got this raging hard on for Maddison all the time.
I definitely have he's absolute defender to the core. But Neil, I remember like very early on, like one of the first times I ever saw Bilal come on, I was like, man, does he give you Yuri Tillman vibes? And everyone fucking laughed at me. And then next thing you know, like fucking a few months later, everyone's like, I think Luke's got a point. Maybe he would be better as like maybe a further advanced double pivot option where he can be a better deep line playmaker. I'm not a total retarded Australian, right? Give me some credit here, son.
Luke, you're a turtle, mate.
I'm a turtle, yeah, probably, yeah. With big nipples.
Ndidi with big nipple. What? Ndidi hasn't been helped by the team around him. So
been helped
pleased
by
for
the team around
JV. Yeah.
It's a case of grabbing the team by the scruff of the neck and forcing yourself up the pitch. Nobody's really helped each other throughout large portions of the game or season, even.
I think you guys actually, to be fair, are right about, look, Bilal's played a lot more intense football. He's played at a younger age than Madison has. Like that's fair to say. You know, he's played for Morocco at a younger age, international stage. He's played Premier League at 20. As Madison, that could have been a fair argument. When you guys did that glazing show on Jeremy Mongan, I was listening to it at work. I'm surprised you guys didn't talk more about like what Madison did abroad. You know, he played for Aberdeen. He played for, I think it was Norwich before he came to Leicester City, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and obviously Cobb as well. So, like, he had plenty of championship experience. And granted, he could have,
But the reason why we
I've gone Bilal.
Right. Let's see the youngers now. Let's get Monger on. Let's get Evans on. Let's fucking
freshen it
have a
up.
bit of fun. Yeah.
I wonder if they do
it
a Monger for Vardy.
That would be nice.
Who have they
That
put
would
on
be
though?
nice.
Pat Sandaka.
Well, that's what I'm
Nah.
saying. It kind of like you want to bring the person on who's going to be the future, and Pat
Exactly.
Sandaka ain't it.
Yeah.
Play Evans on. Bring Evans on as a striker.
No, bring Edward on. Okay, he ain't had any minutes.
Willful underdog. You're not actually missing that much, but the Vardy goal was iconic. That I'm sure there'll be that will be match of the day. Will just be that, to be honest with you. It feels like a kind of end of season game to me.
Yeah, 100%. You know, at the end, if they do the lap of honor, I hope that he's not stuck with these fucking donkeys and turtles like walking around.
Donkey,
with it.
yeah, 100%.
They don't deserve to get any of that applause. It should just be Vardy on his own. Let him walk around. I wonder if Top and Rodkin will do it, because obviously every year they've done the walk around, the lap of honor.
They probably will today, because as you say, you just get like
they'll have a separate one. You know, you have the Olympics, and sometimes you have one person from a country, and you're like, "Yep, they're representing," and then everybody's like, "Who?"
Yeah, I don't know if they're able to read a room, they would stay well clear. But
yeah,
all the Thai influencers are in the walk around. Yeah, I bet that's a given. That is a given. They're always on it. Here we go for
But imagine if
that annoys me.
They just got boozed the entire time, so it's not going to look good in Thailand, is it?
Exactly.
I've got a good question.
Go on.
Sorry. No, you go. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was only going to say that in CISO, I hate it when like players who aren't a striker wear the number 9. You know, numbers. It gives me OCD proper.
It ain't right. Do you remember William Gallas? He played for Arsenal for a bit, wearing number 10 as a centre back.
Yeah.
It's like, what's Wenger doing? It's gone mad.
I think Eto'o wore number 3 or something for a season, which was weird. What were you going to say, Luke, mate?
I was going to say that I think there's quite a strong possibility. Like, if you guys like had to say who do you think the most likely is one of our partnering of our centre backs next season, I hate to say, but I think there's a good chance it's going to be Connor Cody. I don't think he's going to be moved on at his age and his wages.
Yeah.
And there's talks of Ben Nelson being moved on. Corley wants to move. FaZe, we definitely know is going to be here. Vestergaard, kind of, it depends if Ruud's here next season. I'm kind of like perplexed on who our actual back four is going to really be.
I think Wolves are going to sign Cody.
You think?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as quality as I don't think he's Premier League quality at all.
Yeah.
I think that Cody would be good only because of his charisma embedding through the youngers. That's literally, I don't think he offers that much else apart from.
Do you know what? I don't get this Connor Cody has charisma thing at all.
Me either.
Where it's like it's such a myth.
You know how he kind of talks a good game. I don't believe he is as good a game, but at least with the younger players, you can kind of get them G'd up.
I don't know. It comes across as fake to me.
This is what Ric Flair was saying, you know. He fucking hates Cody. He just says all Cody does is speaks fast, and then when he's finished speaking, you kind of like, what did he just say? Like it must have been good.
Like,
you know what I mean?
For example, Micah Richards when he's on Galazzo or something like that. He's someone who's got charisma, banter. You would laugh. A character in the dressing room. May not have been the greatest player, but you'd be like, what a funny teammate to have, right? So you can get people like that. But I've never really got that from Conor Cody. I think it's just like I say, I think it's just one of these things that like is invented and he's like his agents are trying to get it in. That's what he's like. I'm not buying it, to be honest with you.
I'm not buying it either.
Would you sell everybody then? Because you've got probably Vestergaard's probably going to go. Fass is going to go. Cody will go as well. So who starting season?
Well, that's the thing, Neil, is it's not uncommon for teams when they get relegated to basically have to completely build a new team. Okay. And I mean, if you think about it, that is sort of what happened last time round. I mean, we had a lot of changes in the end. It's not like Vestergaard even was like a first teamer. You know, that first game of the season, I think Callum Doyle was playing, Steffi Mavadidi was playing.
I never liked the backheel pass. I fucking hate it. It's literally one of the something irks most of football. It's that.
This is a very big question. Should we retire the number 9?
No,
I wouldn't be against it, to be honest with you, because let's be real, we're never going to have a player as good as this ever again. Who's going to end up winning the Golden Boot, the Premier League, and the FA Cup for Leicester City?
If he had,
I'd love to say, oh, where's the the excitement in that? But it's get real. It's never going to happen again.
Classic indeed.
It's a main position. If he was like a Mahrez and he had the 26th, then maybe. But I don't think there's any point in retiring the number 9.
I'm in favor of retiring it, and then like maybe let's say 10, 20 years or however long, right? Fill in the number, we get like an amazing player that comes through that's like 60% of the player that Jamie Vardy is, and Jamie Vardy gives his consent, and like we see a photo from the Leicester City like social media team where Jamie Vardy's like passing the number 9 jersey and like shaking his hand. It's like cool. That'd be awesome as fuck.
Yeah, we saw that.
We're see Patson Daka wearing the number 9, or Jordan Ayew next season, or Josh Sargent.
That's what I mean. Like, do you know how like horrible that would be? Is next season in pre-season we see Ayew come onto the fucking pitch wearing a number 9? My head would be hot. But I hear what Luke's saying.
Daka, I would fly to Leicester and I would start a protest.
Jesus Christ, Jakob messed up there. No, I was going to say. What Luke said about passing the number over, that's what King did with Maddison. I remember when Maddison got the number 10 shirt, they did he did a post about Andy King and stuff. So, but yeah, right, I don't know. I hear what Neil's saying. The number 9, it's one of the most
iconic numbers. It's not like who did it recently? It was Bellingham did it. It was Birmingham. That was 22. If he was wearing number 10 or number 8, I don't think they would have retired it.
I'll tell you what I would rather. Just hold it back. Like, hold the number back. Wait until you've got, a striker at the club who is deserving of it. Because we could sign some fucking like big bomb next season, up front, and they give him the big bomb, like a big fucking bomb next season. Give him a number 9. He's absolutely. I think
give them the 19 is what you're saying, right? Just kind of like
Yeah, Slimani's number. Yeah, 19.
Do you know when you said that lot? Oof. Do you remind me when he said that? The first Harry Potter where he gets the wand in his hand and he just starts like big glow around him, and he goes the number chooses the person.
Monger's on. Monger's coming on. Monger and Ricardo.
Is
both
he?
of them. Yeah, Monger and Ricardo are coming on.
Hopefully Ricardo's coming on for Indeedy because he's been awful.
It'll be for Justin today. It'll be for Justin, and then he doesn't do changes like that. He'll do straight swaps. So I think
Luke,
yes.
Where did Indeedy touch you this morning? Why are you so angry with him today?
That's two. You know what? I want to see more of this from McAteer. McAteer's had 2 shots. I know they've been straight at the keeper, but I want to see that at least they're on target. I want to see him get some confidence back in him. You know, start shooting more. He's been very unconfident the limited times to play him. I like to see this. What has Ndidi done? Nothing. I just don't think he's as good as fucking Manny makes him out to be. Like
No, but you're like it is like he's touched you somewhere this morning. It's the only way we can describe it.
Shut
the
up.
hatred.
McAteer and Thomas coming off. JJ on
Okay.
JJ to the left. Ricardo on the right, and Monger on the right for McAteer. That's lovely. That's lovely stuff.
Got away with that. Stolarczyk, big time.
Yeah.
No.
At least
Fun
it's
fact:
now,
my
not
uncle
next season.
played. Your uncle was the number 9 for Leicester. What? No bullshit. I call bullshit. Give me photographic evidence, or I don't believe it.
As in, like on FIFA, where you could rename players.
Oh, come
Go,
on.
KC. Go on.
Playing all right. I told you, man. He's
we're
growing into
lucky.
this game, dude. That's 3 shots on target now, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's coming off now. He's coming off.
Yeah. You are right, though,
Take
Luke.
him
That
off.
is something
Take
about
Ayew
Casey.
off.
He lacks confidence in himself, and he's
Yeah.
actually got more ability than he thinks he has. I think. Good
Well,
effort.
that's 3 shots on target in 5 minutes for him.
Yeah.
That's granted they're at the keeper, but like I want to see more of that.
That's technically off target because if
I know, but you know what I mean, right? Like it's a modest
Yeah,
effort.
yeah. But I'm with you. I think that I don't see. For me, it's like, why is Ayew not coming off?
Well,
Because
because
Ruben
Monger.
Oh, he is.
Well, I think it's
Look
because
at
I think.
Ayew. Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
he's coming off now. Oh, it's not
It's not.
McAteer.
Casey's
Maybe they've
staying on.
changed it. Yeah,
Maybe he's just seen that shot and he's thought, steady on a bit.
Yeah, but does that mean Munger's going out on the left? Because I don't want that. Don't do that to me.
Bilal will be left, no?
I think McAteer's fucking deserves.
Oh,
a little bit
Monger in the
longer, though,
middle.
right?
Monger in the 10,
Go on.
maybe.
Okay, that's interesting. They're doing that more and more now.
They listen to his TikTok.
That is incredible to give a 15-year-old the number 10 position, by the way. I'm not against it.
No, he's on the left. He's on the left.
He's on the left.
Damn. That's a letdown.
Well, look,
That's
he's got 25 minutes and some change. I'm happy with that.
Thomas didn't even come off. It was JJ for Ricardo. So
Really? That
Yeah.
surprised me.
I don't know. Everyone's got this fucking boner at the minute for Luke Thomas.
Yeah, I don't get it. He's not bad, but he's not been like setting the world alight. He didn't touch me this morning, but yeah.
I think it just shows where our
It's just
standards
because
are.
how poor
Yeah.
the rest of our squad is, and he's one that actually looks like he gives a shit. And
Yeah, to be fair, he has been pretty good though since he's come back in. Well, he's been
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. But I mean, okay, does
they're pretty good.
by
We talk about
default
5 or
make
6
you.
out of 10,
Yeah,
which is because everybody else has been so poor.
yeah.
It's like finally a player that cares about the club.
As it stands, though, you'd probably imagine that he'll be in the first team next season.
Yeah. He'll naturally drift in and Bilal drift wide. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. We'll see.
Hey,
We'll see.
After
Off,
this team
off
was
topic
drifting
here,
on.
guys. What do all of you make of last night's FA Cup final with Mamouche taking the penalty off Haaland? What the fuck was that about?
I'm just happy that Crystal Palace won.
It was really nice to see them,
I
yeah.
hear what you mean, but that was my overall. I was so happy for Palace, but I mean, it's. I'm glad Man City's era is kind of coming to an end. It will come back, but they just have a back. So
Well, look at
was
this.
in-
It's true. Andy Lockhead is this guy's uncle. He was a
Wow,
Leicester player.
that's incredible.
Scored 12 goals for Leicester. There you go.
Amazing.
Lovely stuff.
And is he saying that we should have retired Andy Lockhead before Vardy got given the 9? Is that
Go on, Monger.
the streets will never
striker.
forget?
Oh,
He's looked good already there.
Ooh, nice.
Won the ball back there, drove at his man.
he's got our number, Luke.
He does, brother. 93 till infinity.
Yeah,
Let's go.
respect is due there, absolutely.
100%. Guys, I mean, we've got. It's Hurst.
Oh,
No,
still out
He's
the ball.
What's
got
with the lap? He's on the bench.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. That maybe he's just got a knock or something.
Yeah.
We've got a maximum a maximum of 25 minutes of Jamie Vardy left.
Mate.
Damn.
As Neil says, I think it won't be till like next year, because you what's going to happen inevitably. Whoever plays striker next season, the first time they miss a 1-on-1 or something, everyone's just going to be like,
That was Vardy, not going to go.
Get an extension. What's wrong with him? And then we're going to because when I used to go down to the ground, it was everybody used to bang on about the era of it wasn't like 2008, 2009. It was like it wasn't as good as the Martin O'Neill days, and we'll be talking about
allows an acres of space there.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming for the back heel there.
Who
will be our talisman though next season? That's I think actually the bigger issue is that like I remember once Jamie Vardy went down injured in the King Power, and like just the stadium went silent.
Yeah,
that was like in the running, I think, for the Champions League or the FA Cup. It was crazy, and it's like. You sort of understood it at the same time. It's like Leicester without Jamie Vardy. It's like, what's the point? But that's literally the reality that we're facing up to. So who is that person going to be? If Fatawu hadn't been injured, it could maybe have been him. But I honestly think that's a huge gap in the team. Like, who's going to step up to be that player? Like Maddison, to be fair to him, in his sort of last season or two, he was looking like the next kind of like, even though it's inevitable he's going to get sold, he was acting like, okay, shit, if we're in trouble, you pass the ball to Maddison kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that player going to be? I hope it's not going to be Jordan Ayew.
Jesus
Christ. That was slick as fuck.
Oh!
I fucking said it, brother. He's on one, man.
Hang on, we're missing the real story here. Neil, can you do this with your, is it right arm again? Raise it up. Look what a footballer's tattoo. Who can spot it? I didn't see that. Go on, you can't just do that. Bust out the guns. Go on, give it a little bit of a whiz. Casey McAteer, by the way, scored a brilliant goal there.
Brother, that was. I thought
it was going to be a King Power logo with
it might be a Jamie Vardy tattoo all the way up the side, just for the last one.
Beyond the 90. Is that his first Premier League goal? Fair play to him.
Yes, it is. Oh, brother, since that first shot, I said I want to see more of that man. He was growing in confidence.
That was good play
he
from
gets
Booba.
Reward.
Great strike.
Just like a Vardy would.
Well done, man. Now let's see fucking Monga score. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. Really happy for McAteer.
To be honest, Luke, you were calling it. You were saying you want to see him strike it more. Obviously, you think that he's wearing this headpiece here, but it's going straight into Casey McAteer's ear. He's got like a little headphone.
I hate to bring the mood down, lads.
But your prediction's wrong. Is that it, Locks?
No, well, yeah, but we're now one goal. We want now one step closer to Rude being chosen as the next season.
That's not the case.
It is, man. It is, man. They're gonna do it. It's the cheap option. It's the cheapest option for them. They're gonna fucking do it. I can sense it. I know it's gonna happen, man. I can see it.
Wow.
I'm only in favour of it if the players want it, which I doubt. And we don't know who's going to be here.
Let me throw this out to you though. What if that was to happen, but we get promoted and then they change him at the end of that season?
They won't know, innit? Because they're pussios. They won't.
Yeah,
change
probably.
Promotion.
I do know that though. Could you imagine that we do that and then Southampton get Will Still and they finish above us?
This is what I'm saying, man. This is it. It's for me.
No. Look at Luke's face. That's the worry. Is all of a sudden a team like that
in the bottom half of the championship?
Yeah, it's riskier to keep him, in my opinion. It's riskier to keep him.
I agree with Buzz here. Let's get on some of these more academy lads again.
Yeah,
especially since
that was slick as fuck. That pass from Bilal. 3-0.
The laps on now as well.
Yeah, well, weird that they didn't. Because the odd thing with them is, I guess maybe because they know they're going to sell him, but it's
that's what I'm saying.
This is the game that they want to win, right? Like the last game of the seasons, who they've got of their last game, I don't know.
Like maybe they're doing what we've been saying, right? Like they know Delap's leaving. He's got a 30 mil release clause, so they're going with Hurst, who could well be their starting striker next season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
maybe that is what they're doing. Then, to be fair, he will probably be their starting striker.
Thomas took him out. There's a textbook Thomas for you. Can't deal with a fucking tricky winger.
In that sense, they might decide to play Hurst more as a false nine, and then try and get the people around him in the Hutchinsons and Philogines, etc., on the ball more, and get them actually shooting on goal. Because Hurst will do a bit of a job, but I can see the people behind him are a lot stronger.
We are a team of fucking dwarfs, aren't we? we got no fucking big men in there. Here we go. Ball across.
That was a good block. Whoever that was, that Ricardo.
Samare, I think.
Was it okay? Oh,
come on!
Just couldn't quite get on it, Monga.
Yeah,
4 changes for
drive down there. Ipswich looks okay the first half, but this second half, I don't think. Again, as Manny said, for a team that spent 150 million, it's And also, to be honest as well, what I think is noticeable as well compared to last season is like, where's their style of play gone? Because last year, they, to be fair to them, they had like a really slick style of play. Like they played it quite dangerous passing out from the back, but then they transitioned really fast, and that seems to have gone from them. It's interesting. Go on, Jeremy.
To bring that up, Neil, I've been wondering, like, they've kind of had an identity crisis. Like, fair enough, fair play. He's been willing to Carragher's willing to change it up, but there's almost like an identity crisis. You're 100% right to call that out. I wonder how Ipswich Town fans feel about it. I think he's got credit in the bank. The fact that is it back-to-back promotions? I don't think they're going to be overly harsh on him.
Yeah, I think after 10 games they already knew. They're like, okay, fuck it. It's just if we got promoted too quickly, you just need to kind of get with it. And I have seen one or two of them been upset with the manager, but I think how can you be when literally 2 years ago you're playing like And
of all the managers in the Premier League, he's probably the least to go of all of them.
I heard he was being linked to Spurs, but
didn't he go for the Man United? He had talks with Man United, no?
Yeah, and Chelsea as well, though. So you'd think if you've been linked with those two, why would you step down to Spurs? But I don't know. I will say for him though, like imagine that Ipswich don't get promoted next year. All of a sudden, his oh my god, that is funny, but that is Frankie Boyle's sort of territory there. Playing quite well now. Ricardo inverting.
Here's Monga.
Jeremy Monga.
The thing is, it's the shade of pink as well, because the pink kit we had was really nice.
Yeah, this is horrible.
This is proper Barbie girl aqua. Like levels. Sickly sweet.
I'm surprised that they're not really going for it, are they? Ipswich?
No, they're not. But that is weird, as you say, because it's like,
that's a foul.
What other games do they have? Actually, I said that they've got West Ham at home last game of the season, I think. And the way that West Ham are playing, maybe they could win. Oh, nice.
Oh, lovely there.
Corner.
Nice.
Yeah, Monga combining well there with Bilal El Khanous.
$15 minutes.
See, Ethan, I don't think Man United can afford to sack Ruben Amorim.
No.
I do think that if they go into the season with him, they're in big trouble. I think he's still a good manager, but he's trying to do something with them that's not possible.
He's throwing the toys out of the pram as well recently, hasn't he? Because he doesn't know what it's like to be in this position. So it's like, well, if you don't like it, you just might as well leave. He's saying with the press conference where he just wasn't happy, which fair enough. But some people only know how. Well, maybe Rude's a bit like this. He only knows how to win. When he loses, he doesn't really know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that interview with Bruno Fernandes that was doing the rounds, but apparently when Amorim played Ipswich,
yeah, offside.
When I think they played Ipswich in the first game, Amorim, and Amorim apparently went in after the game to the changing room, and he said to Bruno, "This isn't like playing the small teams in Portugal." Like, because the small teams in Portugal, he said, all try and play football. Like, they all try and play the modern football, whereas obviously other teams in England, the smaller teams, they don't. They just fucking go for it. Do you know what I mean? They're physical, and it was a bit of a surprise to him. But
should have done research before he got the job.
Oh, Bruno said that to Ruben Amorim.
No, so Bruno said that's what Ruben said. Ruben Amorim said to Bruno,
Okay.
"I can't believe how they played. I can't believe."
Yeah, really.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What do you think of how the game's going to go in that Europa final? Do you think they're still going to play 3-4-3 again, especially with how suicidal football and how much fucking people they put up top for Tottenham? I can see Tottenham making a meal out of United, but they're so cursed. I'm probably going to see United win, to be honest with you.
I think United will win because they've just got they've got
the
history of
experience,
winning.
haven't they? On paper, people like Casemiro and stuff like that should be winning you the game. But I mean, it's a funny
by that
old game,
logic,
as they say. So
it's one game, and by that logic, they shouldn't be 15th or whatever they are now.
yeah. But that said, though, I mean, we're knowing Ange, because I think he knows he's going to get sacked regardless. He just may not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And set out to attack, and therefore it might work. I think I've heard though that Maddison and Kulusevski are going to be out for the game though.
Kulusevski's
That
definitely
even
out.
though he is going to get sacked, some players in that team I think still are quite fond of him, and they like. I think Maddison's quite a big Ange fan, so I think he would want to like help him out for that. You know what I mean? Like even if you know they're going to get sacked, they want to do something for the manager. Oh.
Neil, you might have to take over sharing over me if you've got it there ready, just in case, Neil.
Oh.
Why does Rude look so miserable? Is he upset they're winning and blowing his? But yeah, he's probably fucking thinking, "Oh no, I'm stuck here for another year." Fair play, Leicester. We have been wasteful today. You have taken your chances. We can't score in a brothel. Maddison is a big covering his arse and sucking up fan. Yeah, he does like to do that.
This stream's annoying me.
I can do, but my one's behind. That's the problem.
Evans coming on, apparently.
Good.
Will it be for Jamie? Will it be for
why is it given so long? They might take Vardy off for Evans. I could believe that.
Wrong thing there, Anil. No, wrong one. Wrong studio. Glad
no one
that
saw
Vardy...
that.
Glad that Vardy got his goal. Haven't watched any of the match though. Yeah, he got his goal. Here we go. Oh, Daka's coming on. This is it for Vards. This is gonna be it.
Oh no! This is sack Rude for this alone.
This is gonna be it for Vards.
Well, it's going to be him. Yeah, he's going to take a couple of minutes to go off anyway.
Let's have a look.
Fuck this stream.
Jay Kevin, he's
I love how the kids don't have the gambling spot.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
We all bend the knee to you.
Yeah. Oh, Shinji's there. Hey. Look, he's got emotional there. He has got a tear in his eyes. Oh, they're giving him a guard of honor as well. Oh, mate, this is tear in your eyes moment.
I would have loved all the old managers to be there as well. So like you got
Pearson is there, to be fair.
Yeah, but like Claudio's there, Shakespeare, etc. And all of those.
Yeah, look, there is Benelawani was there as well. Wow.
I was going to try and bring up on screen during the half time, but yeah, they're all. It looks like a load of them are there.
No, they did say that a lot of them were trying to be there, that they could make it. He's in a stretch of relaxing there, though. That's
Is that Danny Ward? Yeah.
Oh, that's it, man. That's the end of the party.
There we go.
How the fuck can you put Hudson Decker on? This man's got 10 minutes left. I'm sure his legs can handle it.
Who else is there?
Just leave him on.
I think they should have done Jake Evans for him, though. Do you know what I mean? As the number.
Like.
Yeah, he got his guard of honor. He got his guard of honor.
At the end of the day, though, you got to look at it. 2-0. Vardy got his goal.
Yeah.
I don't think we've been particularly good. Doesn't really matter. We got Evans now and Monga on.
Yeah. Is Martin O'Neill there? I don't think so. I don't see why he would be.
Yeah, different eras.
Yeah.
It was a shame Claudio went there, although I don't know if Vardy got him sacked. So
To be
probably
fair,
not.
though, because Claudio is still managing, and he's doing quite well. I think he's up for coach of the year, believe it or not.
Or did he get them promoted?
He's at Roma
Well,
now,
actually,
believe it or
worst
not.
haircut
Gone
of the year.
Yeah. Need an Evans goal. That'll be nice. Monga goal, Evans goal, whatever, either. I don't really care.
Yeah, you might want to put your stream up, lads, because this is gonna
Okay.
wind me up.
All right, we're going to go back in time, but
Yeah, we're going to see Vardy again.
Well, let's see it again. We might as well.
Better than looking
Because
at fucking Daka.
they'll put that out as a separate clip on socials and YouTube it afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Yeah, it's a bit crazy. That's it, isn't it? That's it. It's done. Vardy's gone. Wow. Feels a bit weird. Connor Cody's on.
Wow,
Why did he
it-
come on?
I mean, yeah, he won't even be playing next game, will he? So, wow.
When did Cody come on? Did I miss that? Why is Cody on the pitch?
On
He
what?
started, didn't he?
Yeah, he started.
Oh fuck! What am I talking about? Yeah.
I was going to say, we're saying his name quite a lot
You're doing
today.
too many things at once.
Lux
Vardy
is so emotional, he's seeing things. I don't blame you.
Yeah, no need to overdo it. Sad, yeah, but our season has been terrible. Well, I think Vardy deserves the send off. I think it's fair enough. Can you imagine Riyadh was there? That'd be cool.
Yeah, I wish him and N'Golo were there, but I mean, to be fair, they are still playing in their league, so
Mm.
In Saudi.
Hey,
we
because
go.
you
Go on.
can't get paid hundreds of thousands.
Come on,
Come on, Monga.
Oh, that ball was a bit better to him. I think he messed it up. Was it Evans to him or?
Apparently Slimani's
You got-
there. Jesus.
Why is Slimani there?
Apparently Slimani's there, yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's still mates of him. Find it hard to believe, but you never know.
Did Slimani even ever learn English?
No.
Don't
Probably
think
not.
so.
I mean,
Well,
let's
I
be
said I
honest.
was
I think a
brought
lot
up-
of players never really learn. I don't think N'Golo Kante ever learned English.
He still speaks it.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He had that in
Kante.
between stuff.
Kante's got that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day. that
Yeah.
clip. Fucking hell, what is it with all you fucking Brazilians in the chat today? Spamming us. Piss off.
What are they saying?
They're just speaking Spanish. They could be saying. They might
Okay.
just be saying Jamie Vardy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're.
With Neymar, I've seen Neymar a lot.
Well, the
Neymar
band,
scored.
so-
Why don't I hear that?
What? I've lost you, Neil. I think I've lost you.
Am I here?
Oh, you're there now, yeah. Club trailing a live Vardy Lap of Honor on YouTube. Oh, okay. So they're going to be doing yeah, okay.
You have a separate
Portuguese
stream
not,
for it.
but we might be able to share that. Should be okay.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. I can't see that being a problem. Although knowing the club, they'll probably fucking.
They like the fans. They're like, do you know what? The blue tinted team up.
Yeah, they'll probably ban me, but anyway, it's worth it. I nearly blocked you then, Tito. I nearly blocked you. Portuguese, whatever they're speaking. I don't fucking know. Yeah, probably Portuguese. You're right. Okay. Ball in from Ipswich. Oh, someone needs to turn their volume down. I can hear it. We'll get banned.
I think I've got Portuguese on the stream here, so there you go, Luke.
Okay. Well, let's leave it be.
I reckon. I wonder if
This is
the
it.
likes
Goal.
of. I wonder if the like. Oh yeah, they're showing the goal again. I wonder if the likes of
That's vintage as well. The last goal
was
and the
classic
first goal
Vardy.
might be very similar.
and he shushed, shushed the Ipswich fans quality. I wonder if Schmeichel and them lot will come down to the pitch. And
I think they will. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, I really hope he doesn't I don't know, man. If he stays in the Premier League, it doesn't feel so weird. If he goes somewhere else, but I think Locks is right. I think he wants to beat Michael Owen.
But it's who else would we want to go to?
I could see him going Leeds, to be honest with you. Not as their first choice, but I could see him being like because the reason as stupid as it sounds is because the Red Bull thing. You know that they will love that from a marketing angle.
Maybe
like I remember when Man United signed Paul Pogba back from Juventus for 100 million, despite letting him go for a free transfer, and they had this Pog back. That was their marketing campaign. It's like that's what these marketers are thinking. Oh, we can make a load of money if
Somebody said back
when they signed Cristiano Ronaldo, like their club memberships jumped 20 million overnight or something ridiculous like that.
But that's Cristiano. We're talking about Jamie Vardy, who doesn't have anywhere near the pool.
Exactly. Cristiano is nothing compared to Jamie Vardy.
Who's
there you go, look.
Matty James.
You've got Wes Morgan, Mark Albright, Danny Simpson, Schmeichel, St. Ledger,
Lloyd Dyer next to Nathan Dyer, no?
Yeah.
Nathan Dyer, Drinkwater, Lloyd Dyer, Ben Hamer, Benelux.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Nugent, yeah.
Shaunson Ledger, why is he there? He played.
He's still. I think he works for the club, doesn't he?
He was. He played with Vardy because he left in
the first season.
Right, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then he worked at the club as a scout.
Scout,
still
yeah,
there, the South American scout.
I hope not. Fucking hell.
He is, which is crazy because we've never. When's the last time we ever signed a South American player?
Sean St. Ledger's got the Irish skin, man. He can't even go outside. He's. Do you remember when Sean St. Ledger was literally dating Taylor Swift? That was fucking crazy. Did you know that? Did you?
Yeah, I did know this. It is insane. Different timeline, isn't it?
Oliver Skip's coming on.
Get up. It's funny who posted that in the chat saying, "Oh, Oliver Skip's going to be a key member of the championship. Now he's broken his way into the first team." It's like, oh, that ended.
Becky Vardy in the crowd.
Beautiful.
The stewards are there. The stewards are going around trying to stop a pitch invasion. I don't know what they expect people to pitch invade for. Fucking hell.
Is indeed coming up? I think I think they are giving. They know that he's going to be his last appearance at the King Power.
Yeah. It seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's depressing as well. That then we've seen Vardy go off for Patson Daka and indeed he go off for Skip, and that's who you're going to be left with next season, guys.
Yeah.
He's like the not even the future. It's just the what. So it's like normally the past hands over to the future, and it's the past is handed over to slightly closer future.
Yeah,
slightly less. Sorry.
Oh, that was Slimani above Dyer. Interesting.
No, it was Beneluan.
Yeah, that's what I thought exactly. It looked like Benny.
Let me have a look. Above who? Dyer.
Dyer, yeah.
Bring it back up. That's Beneluan, yeah.
Yeah, that's Beneluan, not Slimani. Yeah, Beneluan, yeah.
You got a good brunch.
Oh.
Glad Nugent's
Oh, that's quite decent from Evans. Or is that Bilal? It's Bilal, sorry.
Bilal.
Yeah, I was going to say Jake Evans. Oh,
Monga.
Oof.
Dax
Bilal.
over.
Oh, slipped.
Yeah,
we are behind a lot.
We are behind. Yeah, who gives a fuck? I don't.
Yeah, I'm watching something else ahead of you guys. I've kept quiet, spoiler free.
Just put yours on, mate. It don't matter if it's laggy or it was fine. It don't matter.
No, it's probably better you just catch up.
I was gonna say, what's it called? I like how Jake Evans has kind of got that like Eden Hazard build. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's, and I don't know. When I saw Jake Evans, like, yeah, he looks a bit like Eden Hazard.
I just like that these young players can't wear the shitty sponsor, so it's kind of like a two fingers to the club because they're under 16.
That looked onside to me. I don't think that's offside. That looked onside. Is it not onside? Luke, you tell us. You've got the up to date.
I'm watching it now. It's offside. It's like a bee stick in it. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ipswich have
way
it's
off.
offside. Ipswich have got the goal in the back of the net, but offside. Yeah, Bilal's done okay. Not his best game, but not his worst.
He's been alright. He's been slick up top. They fed that ball to McAteer. I think the build up was brilliant.
4 minutes added time.
Yeah, just looking at
Funny
this,
enough,
why
I
is
actually think we've
VAR
played
taking
Ipswich
so
now maybe
long?
4 times. We're probably worse the last time we played them under Cooper, but for example, I think this was a worse performance for us than some of the games we played against them last season, but
That's
we've
what
ended
I was
up being
gonna say.
fairly comfortable winners in this one.
Compared to what we saw last season against them, this has looked completely different. Maybe they just got completely overran. Trying to think, is that Jeff Schlupp as well behind Nugent?
Yeah, that
I don't know. But I still can't see Slimani, Babatunde. Nice photo, by the way. But there's definitely no Slimani there, mate. There's definitely no Slimani there. Is it me or does Monga have very long short? I think he's just quite short, isn't he? So the
think he's
shorts look quite
15.
long. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Trying to think if there's anything from the official.
Yeah, I've got this here. Look, let me bring this photo up from down at the ground. Here we go. This was him coming off. Who, by the way, who turned Iverson into Lord Farquaad in the back there? Look at him.
It's not Lord Farquaad. It's Prince Charming. That's what that is. That hair.
Lovely photo. Nice photo there. Oh yeah, link match ratings link to 0. Let's get it sent out. Let's send the link out.
I don't have it.
Oh, blame Anil. Don't blame me.
I was too good. Just Vardy 10. That's all you need to know.
10 out of 10. 100%.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised at Ipswich, really. Like they've just not really done anything, have they? Let's be honest.
I've been surprised by their lack of sort of intensity, I would say. That said, they probably should have scored a goal or two in this game. I suppose Casey hit the post as well.
I suppose they've had even less than us to play for, right? At least we've had Vardy to play for. They've
well,
really
you
not
say
had
that,
anything.
but they don't want to finish below us. And with this result, they do go below us, right? So they should do. But I mean, as I say, the thing that shocks me is just because last season, right, and they had a much worse squad than us last season. This year, you'd say they have a better squad, but it's the lack of identity, as we're saying. I just feel that they're just playing football, whereas last year they had these really cool patterns of play, and this guy on the ball now, Hutchinson, everything was going through him. But look, I mean, like I say, things can change a lot in between now and then.
Yeah. Why is Vardy? Yeah, Vardy's finished now just because it's in front of the home fans, in front of the stadium. 500 games, 200 goals. Yeah. There's Kieran McKenna. Do you think he's going to stay at Ipswich?
Some guy so bored he's on his phone in the back.
I think it was always going to end this way. Once Vardy came off, it's just a bit of a dump squid.
Yeah, I mean, most end of seasons games. I mean, funny enough, next game is against Bournemouth, but Bournemouth, it's actually ended if they've got nothing to play for. So I wouldn't even be surprised if we ended up winning that game. But I think it'll be more just like what we're seeing now, where it'll just be like two teams having a catch. Yeah, basically. Yeah. All right, where are they doing this? Is it on the official website? This they're going to be streaming YouTube it, the walk around.
Have a look.
Yeah, I think it is. Let me just check. Yeah, so it's on their YouTube. I think we'll.
You want me to bring it up?
I'm just having a look here. Yeah, I've got it. I've got it ready.
There's 40 people watching. We've got more people here than we do on there.
No, there's 210 now. Thanks. Hopefully Man City get charged at some point and we can claim damages back. Imagine it. Yeah, everyone keeps saying, don't they? It's pure copium. They're saying this should be full time, right?
I don't know. Do you know what? I could
Right,
see
right.
there being something
Yeah.
where they do have to pay money to some clubs.
It's gone quiet, hasn't it? The whole charges for Man City. I'd forgotten about it, to be honest with you.
There we go, full time. Leicester City have won 2-0. Vardy got his 200th goal and his 500th in the last game. Apparently, Vardy just poured Red Bull on Nugent. There we go. We're gonna stay around for a little bit longer. We're waiting to see what this is all about on the Leicester's YouTube channel. We'll see what we can and can't show. I don't know how. Might be able
Let
to
me
get
say
away with
something
it.
right now. Again, it's the usual crap with Leicester. They have to market the crap out of something. This is just like straight back up, and it's something I dislike a lot. It's so cynical. Everything just can be turned into some sort of marketing spiel. His fair point from Ben. Ruud van Nistelrooy could end up getting manager of the month this way.
Oh my
2 wins
God,
and a
that's
draw. He's
true.
unbeaten.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Steve Cooper almost got it. We thought he was going to get it. Do you remember when we played Forest? I thought we were going to beat Forest because it was his old team.
Yeah,
he
because we
did
beat
it?
Bournemouth and
Southampton.
and drew against Ipswich, and then we played Forest. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we say this, but it'll be Daka, won't it? It'll just be Daka up front on against Bournemouth. It'll just be the biggest fucking shittest game
No.
I've ever seen ever, man.
Condemn him, make him water boy.
He'll probably drop the water all over the floor when he falls over.
Yeah, only he'll slip in it too. Before he even fucking steps in it.
We've got a zoom in here of Top and Rodkin. It's exactly what we want to see in the stands. I think I will be able to bring some bits up once it starts.
Pearson. I think that's it really. It's Pearson, then Birchall.
I've put mine up just in case you can at least see what's happening on the pitch right now.
Yeah. Hurst looks like a tit with his fucking bleach.
I'd rather Edward start. That is really not choosing for much, is it? We'd rather have Daka start over Edward.
I'd rather Edward over Daka.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Really?
Yeah. Because why not? Why
I mean,
not?
it is
Daka's
like
a donkey.
It is like choosing whether we stabbed or shot, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm taking the shot option straight to the head. Thank you, Vard's flag. That I think that was put on every seat in the KP.
Yeah,
and only 5 people are waving them from that shot.
Who won man of the match, lads?
Vardy.
It's got to be.
Uh,
He'd have got man of the match if he got taken off after 1 minute of an injury.
excluding Vardy because it's a given. I actually think McAteer, man. I'm really, really happy for the lad. JJ was good.
Yeah, JJ was good. That was brilliant, by the way. That
drive.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of people saying that when Vardy inevitably gets a statue, which he really should. He's got to, yeah.
You think he
They've
will,
got to
though?
do it. Why not?
Fuck, that's an assist for Ndidi, actually. I slagged him off and he's just added another assist.
They don't do a thingy for anybody. They don't do.
Yeah, but it's
statues for
Vardy.
any-
Vardy is Vardy.
Maybe I'm being cynical, but I don't see it. I just don't see them they'll end up spending money and creating a BC game statue. You know what I mean?
Could you imagine?
They're definitely going to do it. They're definitely going to do one like in the next few years. But I've seen people saying this should be the pose of the statue. That'd be pretty sick.
Well, that would be a good one.
I think him pointing himself to the 11. I think that's
all
gotta
that.
Be him.
Yeah. Looks like they're making a stage. Okay. That's incredibly Tim Pot, by the way. I'm sorry. This time last year, we were doing a stage for the champion, the title lift. No, I get it. They're making a big fuss of it, which I think is fair enough for Vardy. Yeah. Maybe he's going to do it. Maybe he's going to speak. He might be speaking, lads. He might go out and speak.
I'll pull the other window up just in case. Let me know if he is, because I haven't got the other studio up.
Well, I'm gonna
I've
bring it.
got
I'm gonna
the-
bring it up. I think I'll get away with
Are you gonna
bringing
bring up this
bringing
one?
it up.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
I'm gonna bring it on the screen. Yeah, I think it'll be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
Is it possible
Yeah.
to start another stream just in case?
Nah, it'll be all good. It'll be all good.
It's
Okay,
on,
no
it's
worries.
on the it's on the YouTube. It's on YouTube, so everybody's got access to it, and it's good quality anyway.
It's not
Something
Premier
in
League. It's not Premier League copyright. It's not. So it's Leicester copyright, but they can fuck off. Where's the stadium feed? We will bring it up, Dave. I promise. We will bring it up. We will bring it up.
I'll tell you what.
Starts.
Leicester City better reduce the fucking price, dude, for the Fox's hub that I had to get last season. When I got that, for anyone watching that's Australian or outside the country or outside the UK, I got that Fox's hub subscription. It's $50 a month. I used it last season, right? And it's an international membership, and I had to get a VPN for the first 3 weeks. They didn't even have it like in Australia, so they didn't even tell you that when you paid the $50. I thought it was bullshit. I think $50 is way too exorbitant, man. I don't know about you guys, but £25 for you guys a month? What do you think of that? It's pretty
Crazy.
rich.
Yeah, way too much.
Crazy.
Isn't it like? Yeah. What was it last season? It was like. Was it like £10 a game or something? I'm sure. Was it £10 per game?
For the preseason. For the preseason.
Yeah, that was
I paid for
ridiculous.
them too.
Yeah, you had to pay £10 to watch Leicester versus. Who was it? Was it Rotherham? No, it wasn't Rotherham. It was. Who did we play? Who did we play?
$10 to watch Cooper Ball.
Augsburg, that's-
Fuck off.
Yeah.
And
I think we only scored like you
Yari?
paid £10 to watch us get absolutely shreked by Lons, didn't we?
Yeah,
Do you remember that game? We were so terrified after that game. It all-
as well.
I was bricking it, dude, like big time. I was just like, man, they just made Mendy look like a world beater. We just got pantsed, and I've just watched Fatal, who played left wing back. What the fuck's happening to my eyes? Send help.
Van Nistelrooy fan club. You must be fucking joking. We hate him. Jesus.
No, Duck doesn't. Duck likes him. But to be fair, Duck called it early before Roos started getting some results. So you got to give him credit there. We were about to slate him. That's before the stream.
Can I
started.
ask, Salt, would you rather have Danny Roll or Will Still? Because I know that he keeps saying roll the dice on every stream.
No way, man. We'll still all day long playing
Well, let's see.
Let's see what
This is the world's number one Danny Roll fan club. This way.
But why have you got? I'm asking you, Luke. Why you got hard on for Dan? Because for me, I don't want Russell Martin. I've seen that. No. But why Will Still?
Okay, I'll
They
tell
were
you. So,
impressive against us, weren't they? Yeah.
yeah, it's the positioning of the players is very intelligent. It's how they were working together. It's like one of the things that I've talked to Anil about. What I would love to have been. I would have loved to have just been a fly on the wall for the training practices and the sessions under Enzo Maresca when he was here, because he was very specific. I want you to stand here. And a lot of people don't like where football's going and how systematic it is, and you've got to stand here and be there. And, but you could just tell by the way they were set up under the world they're playing. It's the same thing that we said under Enzo in the preseason. You could see clearly what they were trying to do. And they absolutely schooled us with absolute numerical superiorities in that preseason game that absolutely rinsed us. He made players that weren't that great look good purely just off systematic football. I think it would be a great option. Young English manager. This is his chance to develop in the championship, just like Enzo did. I would love to see it. I don't want to see Russell Martin. I don't want to see Dyche and all these same names that we've seen before. I want to see something young and exciting and something that can inspire the players. And if Ruud's here next season I'd rather Ruud van Nistelrooy than any of the other bad names mentioned. I'd rather see continuity over the same old dross that we've seen before.
Can I just say, by the way, Zach over here, who says he doesn't want to board the Will Still hype train. Zach wanted Des Buckingham in charge.
Who's that?
Des Buckingham.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah.
The manager who got sacked. He got sacked by Oxford. But honestly, I could probably make a counter argument to myself on why we should go for Roll first. I just think Roll is more realistic to actually get right now. Well, apparently the reason Southampton are now turning their focus to Will Still is because Danny Roll it requires compensation. You have to pay the compensation to get him.
buy him out.
Can we afford to do that?
Well, they refuse to pay
finishing
$3
above
million for
Ipswich now.
Corberan. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. And Corberan was a much better manager than anybody we've got linked with recently. But that was only $4 million. So I get that, yes, you want to pay compensation, but you've got, who else is there?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I don't know.
I think
don't know.
it might be Rude. I think it's either Rude or you roll the dice and go for Martin.
What does everybody think to Ndidi, if that being Ndidi's last game? I don't hype Ndidi up to the level that Manny does. Manny's got raging hard-ons 24/7 for wealth, but there is no doubt he's been a good servant. He's been here for 9 years, not eight seasons. You know, it's a long time, and on the large part, he's been a very, very good player for us. He's had a couple bad ones, but yeah. Are we bringing up the presentation? Yes, we will bring it up. Don't worry, it's just not.
Yeah, they're taking a while to get it ready. It looks like.
I'm just reading the comments from the top chat, and it's hilarious. There's over 1,000 watching, but it's just like, it's just hilarious. Show us the presentation, Matt. I love you, but shut up, manager for manager. Like, it's really funny because people just like, come on, get it on. It's called the lap of appreciation, and you're not showing it.
Why? Ndidi, like, what I don't understand is why Manny has a hard on for Ndidi, because he hasn't got fast twitch muscle fibers at all. It doesn't make sense.
He wasn't 18, by the way. He was 21. Go on, Luke. Sorry.
No, respect to Ndidi, man. Look, he came in and filled the void a different way after Conte left. Really, really, really good under Brendan Rodgers. You know, one of the reasons we did so well, it was that that central defensive midfielder that really protected the back four. He won the ball back so much. He was always poor on the ball, but some of the tackles and stuff he used to make were brilliant recovering the ball. So he was one of the big reasons that we did really well under Brendan Rodgers, and I will respect him for how long he spent here. You know, that you don't see that much, but I do think it is time for him to move on if we can get the money. I just don't think that he would absolutely light the championship up, don't get me wrong. But I just don't think that he's reliable enough on the ball to have in a Premier League side again. I think he best to go abroad.
Do you know what? He might actually play centre-back for us if he's here next season. Because if there's that little amount of centre-backs, he's done a decent job of it when he used to play there and fill in for Johnny Evans.
Definitely got a red card in him, though. He definitely scares me sometimes as a centre-back.
But that's the only thing I could think.
I agree, but...
And the wait goes on.
Still waffling.
You can see that the Leicester City stream is about as good as the performances on the pitch.
Here we go. I'll bring it up now.
There we go.
Here we go, guys. There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
That's awesome, dude. I love that.
Oh, Delat.
Conrad Logan's there as well. There's Drinky.
Conrad Logan.
Was Jeff Schlupp? Danny Drinkwater looks pretty good, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
was Jeff Schlupp playing for Palace yesterday, or was he not playing?
He's at Celtic. He won the league at Celtic with Schmeichel. Yeah.
Really? He went on. Fair play to him.
No,
that shows he was a good generation of players. That.
But you're looking, I think you mentioned like Conrad Logan. I've completely forgot about Conrad Logan, and again the fact that he played with Vardy and all these players, and God, it is going like the amount.
I gotta get amongst this. Hang on.
He's got this. He's got the blazer on. Look at that.
Look at that.
Go on, lad. You want to see the infield? Oh, sexy.
Did you get married in that, Luke?
I sure did, sir.
Shows you the respect Luke's putting on Vardy's name.
Vasilevsky there as well, of course. Nice outfit,
Is it possible
Mark.
to put a bit of audio on, or will that get us banned?
Yeah, I think that's risky.
Okay, no worries.
It's just going to be fucking damn baits anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, if Vardy gets on the mic, then I'll put it on.
Yeah.
If Vardy gets on the mic, yeah, for sure.
I think he will, to be honest.
Caleb Okoli, completely forgot about. Is he injured?
Danny Ward, there is
Ward. No, not injured. The only thing is, though, is again, it makes us feel like we've won the Premier League here, and we absolutely haven't.
Exactly. Why are they getting high fives? You lot are being shit. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Tell them, Neil.
Do you know what I mean? Well done, mate. Well done.
It's funny coming from you.
You can piss off. Dare you touch Wed Morgan's hand? He's lifted the Premier League trophy. What
Fucking Bilal looks like he was going to glass on the back of the head with that walk. Fucking hell, that was ominous the way he walked out.
Nathan Dyer.
Yeah, Nathan Dyer. Yeah, crazy.
Mate,
Danny
won the
Ward.
Premier League at Leicester.
Yeah. What a goal he scored as well.
Yeah.
They're all good. They're all going to go Ward's wife to celebrate. Jesus.
I mean, this is a bit surreal. I guess it's understandable, but it is a little bit like we've actually won something here.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Manson. Luke looks more professional than Madsen Manson. Jesus
Dave
Christ.
Rennie. Dave Rennie's there.
Oh, he's
my
back.
God. Yeah.
Well, I will say, though, I mean, maybe this is something the club needs to think of, because this is a connection, right? That's completely lacking with the club right now.
That's top.
No, it's top junior. That's do you see who he's holding there? That's the next CEO of Leicester. So
Can't be any worse. It can. is rude. Oh, Rudkin's in the dugout, just sat there like a little twat. Anyway,
I think we'll get booed as he comes out the tunnel.
yeah, he probably
he
will.
won't come out. He just sat on the bench, mate. He just sat there watching. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't bring Rude
Risk
out.
it, yeah.
Yeah. Vardy escaped the asylum. Oh, is there any?
Quite incredible.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit quiet,
Yeah.
but yeah.
You can put
Yeah,
subtitles
I'm just-
on if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what happens when Vardy comes out. I'll turn the audio up. But at the minute, it's just fucking Jerry Taggart and Matt Elliott.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a
Maybe
shame
needs to play
Shaky
that.
couldn't be there. Feels like missing.
Yeah, big time. Pearson will come out, I bet.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't hear this, but it's
That's
the
not surprising.
it's the regular occurrence now. Yeah.
AI child.
AI child. It's too hot for me to wear the coat. I've paid my respects.
bit hot, mate. Bit warm.
Yeah.
Is that what you said at your wedding as well?
Yeah, it came off as soon as the photos were done. It was the longest 2 hours of my life. I'm not a photo guy.
Here we go. Here we go.
Entrance into King Power Stadium. This will be an ovation and a really emotional moment. Here he comes, Jamie Vardy, Leicester's greatest ever player.
No.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Who's cutting the onions?
Oh, mate. A couple of onions knocking about down under right now.
Liam
Well,
Moore.
it took a moment,
Liam
To
Moore,
take
my
it all
God, I
in.
didn't recognise him.
and now hugs his former teammates who have
Wow.
travelled the globe to be here. Matty J.
I love Okazaki, man. He's a
Richie
vibe.
Shinji
Yeah.
Okazaki. Those who won the Premier League with him. Those who won the
Drinkwater's
championship with him.
That's a sexy coat from Drinkwater, brother. I'm all about that. Needs a tie to go with it, though.
A wonderful moment with Danny Drinkwater. With Mark Albrighton.
I'll say one thing that is good though. Maybe if you are one of
And
the
the goal.
youngsters and you're seeing this, it does actually
never be
motivate you
forgotten
to stick with the
in the
club.
annals
Because I
of
mean, there's not
Leicester
many teams that give a
City's
send off to
long,
this. I
proud
mean,
history.
because this is like beyond football, even, isn't it? When you get a send off like this.
And Leicester's
To be
number
fair, I'm
9
surprised even the Ipswich Town supporters, players aren't doing it.
with
Like,
his
I think
family in this proudest
Universal
of
loves
moments.
players, like all fans, all players,
Now
all other clubs.
embraces with Kuntop. A very special, emotional moment here. There won't be many dry eyes inside King Power Stadium right now.
I'm just wondering if he will leave with dry eyes. Because it's got to affect him. It's got to get to him, for sure.
Peter, if you're in the chat, mate,
Jamie
I can
Vardy
see you
now
remember when Bruno Hardley
applauds
retired.
all four sides of King Power Stadium.
You might
Love
need
it
to
when
say
other
that
fans
again.
don't.
They
We will
kind of
hear
cut
from
out a
him.
bit.
He's going to have a
I
chat
probably
with,
shouldn't
Rob
interrupt
Dorset in a
Jamie
moment.
Vardy's game with AFL
But he
shit,
gives
sorry.
a big thumbs up, smile. the size of Philbit Way.
Has anybody seen Lee Chappie?
He's snuck his way onto the pitch to.
Here
we go.
Way back.
To witness the 500th game and 200th club goal.
The biggest cheer got all season. No pressure to Vardy's son there, by the way.
Let's have a chat with him right now. Jamie,
Like the end with Rudkin out.
congratulations. You said to me a few days ago that this lot, your family, think you're emotionless. How are your emotions right now?
What do you say?
Subtitles on. Can't.
Well, we'll see in a bit. I don't know what's to come. Everyone's been planning it without me, so we'll find out.
Important, I know how competitive you are to win that final game and for you to score your 200th goal. Now, I'd say it was an emotionless, clinical finish.
Yeah, look, I've missed a couple before that. Once JJ put me through there, I was never going to miss it. And obviously, getting the dogs abuse from the away fans around.
What was that?
You have made a career in that.
You're on mute.
It's not us. The audio. It's the club. They haven't got it coming through very well.
Oh, really?
Bad acoustics. A lot of people have left.
You're going to score that day. You know you're going to score today.
Didn't mention it this morning, but I spoke to Kingy before, and yeah, I said I was going to.
It had to be. It had to be. Now listen.
Jamie Vardy.
Today is also the 13th anniversary of you joining Leicester City from Fleetwood Town. First ever player to make a transfer of being £1 million. Try and sum up for all of us here today what that extraordinary 13 years has been like for you.
No, it's been amazing. It's been a roller coaster, really has. But the good thing is there's been way more highs, and I think everyone had never thought we'd been in the Champions League, win the league, and we've all been there to enjoy it.
Who the fuck is heckling?
Yeah.
But when you see the likes of Ben Nelson,
Waghorn.
Jake Evans, Joey
Wow.
Barlow, who came on the pitch again today in their
Jeez.
10 years, how hopeful, how optimistic are you about Leicester City going forward without you?
Oh, trying to big up the youth.
Look at his smirk.
At the end of the day, you've got a good squad. You've got all the youngsters coming through as well. I'm glad I'm not them, because football is a killer mentally, and I couldn't do it all again if I'm honest. But I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I look forward to keeping an eye on the club I love, to be honest with you. They're in my heart.
I heard we want Rudkin out there.
Jamie, you've got a special relationship with this group.
Oh, Hamza's back from loan there.
You've been their talisman for 13 years. It feels only right that your last words as a Leicester City player are to them. What do you want to say?
Oh.
We won.
Oh. Oh.
You better speak, this could go on for some time.
The only thing I really can say is, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for taking myself, my family, and everybody for home, and I hope I can enjoy everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Vardy.
I
I can draw your attention to the screen on your right, because the club have put something a little bit special together for you. And
was about to say, this has been poor. This better be good. Need a match rating for the fucking Vardy send off.
She's not pinching me, but she's really annoying.
What's his boy's name? No pressure on the boy.
It's not his son, I don't think. I think it's someone else's.
Ah, okay.
No, that's the older one. This one's his.
Okay. It's fine.
Oh, I'm gonna have the new montage.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're definitely demonetized. It's worth it. It's worth it.
What a weird song choice.
It's a funeral.
We're doing a match review, match rating for this presentation, please. Who the fuck picked this high school graduation music?
That's what I said. Shocking soundtrack.
No, it'll probably start kicking in a second or something, I'm guessing.
Oh. But also, it's on the internet now, so you can't take that down.
Vardy!
He's crying.
Someone just said they were booing the current team when they came out, actually, for this.
Champions 2016.
Wonder if they'll do a montage for Rude.
Rude's got bigger lips.
Just be tumbleweed.
Oh mate.
Yannick walking around with the dog and
He'll just be 4-0
tumbleweed
after
of a
4-0.
turtleneck rolling across the pitch. Rude looks like he's got lip fillers. He's got bigger lips than Vardy's missus.
And also, like, Rebecca Vardy walking out onto the pitch like she's like Rebecca Kardashian or something.
She does, eh? She's got the...
I'd like to make a special presentation to Jamie on his final game for the club. There is a very special golden fox statue that'll take pride of place on the Vardy mantelpiece.
Is it a fox though? Should have got him back. I don't know. In one of his versions.
It's better than nothing. Looks like real gold too.
Go on, someone's going to say Rudkin out.
I was going to.
There is also a special commemorative book that
When's it going to be top out?
I think just leave it alone for this moment for Vardy. Have some respect.
What do you mean have some respect? They said any final words, and they all said Rudkin out for Vardy last time.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's disrespectful. I think they should just leave all their personal, feelings aside.
But if you look at Vardy's face, he was like, "I knew they were going to do it," and that's why he said it last year. Because I knew you were all going to boo when I mentioned Rudkin's name. He knows what he's doing.
I think that's the book. The goodbye that everyone was writing in.
Was that the one from the fans, or is that going to be one separate? Why they got no cover on it? It could be any book.
I think it has. I think you just can't see it.
Yeah, I agree with what Peach said. Yeah, Channel plays.
Opportune moment to announce Leicester City's Player of the Season for 2024-2025, voted for you by the fans.
Was there votes? I didn't even see this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, there were votes. They did the votes for Player of the Season. Did you know this is the first time Vardy's won Player of the Season?
That's probably why they gave it to him then. Do you remember Ryan Giggs got like Sports Personality of the Year or something like that? There was a similar thing where they all just gave it to him for his last season because he'd never won it before, and before they realised what a horrible person he was.
That looks like a sick painting.
Who won it the year then when he got the Golden Boot?
I'll tell you now. So it was
Kante.
Great Escape, Cambiasso,
Yeah.
Kante, Schmeichel, Maguire, Ricardo, Tielemans, Madison, Dewsbury Hall, now Vardy.
Wow, that's crazy. So what,
Is that a
1920
portrait
with
of
Tielemans?
Rudkin? Oh, Pearson.
I'm surprised Pearson's not down there. Might be health conditions.
Oh, look at that. That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting all the
Get him
applause.
back in.
Yeah.
I loved Pearson. He was awesome.
Yeah.
Are you an ostrich?
Look at his smile. Didn't see that when he was Leicester manager, did you?
That is a sick painting, Don Vito.
What was the painting
And
of?
finally, ladies and gentlemen, the one last
Him,
time.
bunch of players. I think even Top was even at the top of
Exotic
the
company and some of his most loved teammates of the past. Jamie's going to lead the rest of the team on a lap of honour, a lap of farewell for you to all get your chance to wish him all the best. So if I can please
It's
ask
hard to
one
watch.
last time to give it up for Leicester City's greatest of all time, Jamie Vardy!
Well, memories which will last a lifetime for Jamie Vardy, his family, and everybody inside King Power Stadium that witnessed those. There was a bit of emotion and a huge smile. The closeness of Jamie Vardy and Kuntop, Jerry, so evident, and a fitting
Should we end it there, lads?
A fitting moment, really, to celebrate Jamie's astonishing.
There we go. So there we go. What a crazy day! The last day of Leicester. Of Jamie Vardy as a Leicester player. Luke, what did you make to that little presentation, mate? Just give your honest thoughts, mate. You said that you weren't too happy with the fans with the Rudkin stuff there.
Yeah, first of all, look, I'm just glad they did something. It's better than nothing. I think they still should let Union FS contribute. Was it Union FS or whoever? I forgot the name of the people, the acronym that wanted to do some more for him. But look, hey, if they had a plan and they wanted to stick to it, I respect that from the club. But that music choice was awful. It was a little poor, to be honest, but it's better than nothing. And I don't want to sound like a moaning, but what I will say is that I hate Rodkin, I hate him, it's a strong word, but I really dislike how things have been run at the club. We've had this conversation a lot, and I'm sure we're going to come to it again post-season, but there's a time and place. This is the man's last moment. He's overwhelmed of emotion. He's got his wife there. He's got his kids there. He's been here for 13 seasons. He's been through absolutely everything. He is immortal in our eyes. He will live forever. He will never die in the hearts and minds of Leicester City supporters that will forever remember him while we're alive. But hey, let the man have his moment, show some respect. While the man's talking, let's have some silence, okay? Let's not be shouting dumb shit like that, being drunken hecklers. I get it. We were having a time, and it was a great game, and everyone's enjoyed seeing him get his 200th goal. But I was against that. But hey, it's done now. You can't take it back. But I would have shown some more respect personally.
What do you think, Anil? Because we remember the title parade last summer where Vardy himself, made that Rodkin little jab. I don't know. I hear what Luke's saying. I hear what he's saying. Obviously, it was Vardy's moment. I think because they said to Vardy, Rob Dorset said to Vardy, what are your final words?
I know, and he was thinking about it. He was thinking about saying, "We want Rodkin out." You could tell he definitely was thinking about it, but he thought, "No, I better not do it." So it says a lot. Look, at the end of the day, what a nice way though to end. I agree. Like I say to you, it's so cynical and over commercialized, this club. I hate that aspect of it. I mean, even if it is Susan Whelan, whatever like that, you got to read the room. But look, for us as fans, that was awesome. He still got the goal. I didn't think he'd do it. I felt as well like it would just peter out. The game didn't really feel like it was going anywhere, but it did. He got his goal. He got his goal nice and early. 500 games, 200 goals, Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League quarterfinals, 2 championships, memories that will last a lifetime. Incredible player, not just a player, but incredible man. Gives you hope. Premier League legend, not even just Premier League. Look at how many people across the world, I can tell you as well, if you look on social media, are recognizing that this is the underdog story and probably not something that we'll ever see again. So what can we say? I think, actually for me, it did surpass expectations. I didn't think he would do it. He has done it. Well deserved. The future is uncertain, but we can all, think about it. 10, 20 years from now, you'll be thinking about Jamie Vardy and it'll just bring you nothing but happy memories. That's certainly what he brings to me. He's someone that I wish I could meet him in real life. Just shake his hand and say thank you. I don't need to be a hero worship or anything like that. But genuinely, that's why we love sports and football, right? He can do things to you. It's like a real life soap opera. And some of the things that he did are beyond compare. And let's be honest with you, there is a reason why all of us support this club. It's not just one player, but he certainly played his part. And respect. Thank you, GOAT.
100%. Neil, anything to add to that, mate?
No, apart from, sounds really bad. I'm not too bothered about the Rodkin out chance, to be honest with you. Maybe that's surprising, but yes, it's Vardy's time, but I think he knew what he was doing. He could have spoke over them. He chose not to. And I think he understands the frustrations of the fans, etc. And he could have spoke over them and go, look, now's not the time. I want to speak. He did leave a good, 5-10 seconds for the crowd. And as Anil was mentioned, he wasn't there just going, this has caught me off guard. And let's not remember, what was he called? 12 months ago, where he was like,
he made the joke.
I knew you were going to all boo. So he knows. So he's not. Vardy's smart enough to know what he was doing.
It was like a parting gift. It was like a parting gift from him, letting the fans have their moment to sing that.
I don't think so. I think you guys are thinking into it way too much, man. The guy's fucking possibly, we don't even know if he's going to another club yet. This could be him retiring. I don't think he's retiring, but let me say that, dude, I think it was very, very emotional for him what just happened. He had all these old fans, all these old teammates there with him. Everyone was there for him, his family, wife, kids. I don't think he's thinking about trying to give the fans their 5 minutes. I think he's trying to soak in a moment that he will forever ingrained in his mind until he's dying in a deathbed one day. I know that sounds over the top, but it's true, man. That was a very surreal moment that he just went through, dude. It encapsulates everything that he's been through at this club. I don't think he's thinking any of those things at all. I respectfully disagree. I think that he was just overwhelmed of emotion.
Yeah. Well, Luke, one thing you are right about, Luke, is like you said, that was the last 13 years led to that, that moment. 13 years. Look, we've got a long time.
You just forget
all the players you forget about. So many of
you played with him. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. I think, but look, we'll leave it there. We don't need to talk about Rudkin because trust me, that's fucking coming over the next few weeks. And look, yeah, it is what it is. It was all about Vardy. He got exactly what he needed, the 200th goal, and yeah, he can now go and enjoy his summer and plan for his future. So, as Salt said, that'll be the last comment of the stream. Who'd have thought we would be here when he signed for Fleetwood all of those years ago? What a journey! Okay, there we go. Cheers, Anil. Cheers, Neil. Cheers, Luke. We will be back live tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for the live fans call-in show. Enjoy the rest of your Sundays. Cheers to you all, and cheers to the GOAT. Bye-bye.